is my
All right.
question, because it's pretty cheesy to
luck,
do
have
it for
fun.
players.
Yeah,
All
good
right,
luck,
yep,
and
we're
we'll see you
switching
on the
off here.
battlefield.
Yep. All right.
Good calling this Steam beta thing, man. I was pulling my teeth out.
Right, so what would you like me to manage?
All right, so you want to give us some research while I start looking at military factories here?
Okay, we're looking for...
Oh, why do we start with 40? Does Germany always start with 40?
Yes, they start with a lot.
I thought they started with 36.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 40.
Man, that is weird. I could swear it was 36.
Standard things. Do you, Adam, are you a proponent of doctrines early or not?
I mean, yeah, I do like doctrines, but I mean, the first thing that we should get is definitely both industrial techs and one of the mechanical engineering, the research bonus.
Yeah.
Those are the first three.
I already have those three selected. Germany starts before research log.
Yeah.
I'm just figuring out, should we improve? Should we bother to go for the doctrine, or should I work on upgrading our infantry equipment faster?
Well, I don't really worry about support weapons 1 and improved infantry 1 until we're going to war. Who knows? They could try to declare maybe France will fight for the Rhineland. We'll see. I've seen it happen. It's like a 5% chance.
Yeah. Because there's the only thing I can think of is we're obviously not going to be focusing on naval unless you want to.
Right. So here's the thing: do we want to get? I think we want tactical bombers rather than strategic bombers and CAS. I don't know.
Although I will say, Germany does have the industrial capacity to produce both a decent amount of fighters and a decent amount of strategic bombers. The only thing we give up with strat bombers actually do a lot of damage from the tests that I've done versus the it'll destroy tons of factories if you have enough. So
it is worth looking into. I'm gonna give the strat bomber a shot here this game, at least a little bit.
The good news is we're all at the 1936 technology for that, so I'm down to the choice of do I get some support battalions? I should probably research Field Hospital 1 for us. Honestly.
I was thinking Field Hospital 2, yeah, because we're gonna be fighting huge numbers all game. Now, what do we got for dockyards? We want we start with the submarine 2.
And also, are you a fan of building all civilian factories and then converting as they finish, or building all
I build a ton of civilian factories, then build a ton of military factories.
I find
there's no reason to convert, in my opinion. I don't like it at all.
The conversion cost is actually pretty good, especially as countries that get extra bonuses.
We need civilian factories all game long. Converting is a short-term bonus for a long-term loss.
But my point is, you just do nothing but basically build civilian factories all game, and then you convert a stack or two at a time, or as you need them as well. Because the conversion cost is way cheaper even than the difference between the two if you have upgrades for it. So you just do nothing but build civilian factories all game long, which are the longer ones to build, and then you just convert them to military as you need.
All right, and our first focus, Rhineland, you think? That's the typical one. And it'll start the world tension decay on that, so I think we should go with it.
That's pretty good. The only other one I would make an argument for is the industrial offer one. We should probably wait until we at least...
But West Wall doesn't benefit you unless you've gotten... Rhineland.
Yeah. So yeah, Rhineland first.
Military factories here.
Oh, you have one apparently.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna put it into fighters. You can always use more fighters. Now we need to trade for a little bit of oil. Who do we give it to? United States, because like I said, they use the least amount of the civilian factories you trade to them.
I'm just gonna queue up max civilian factories to fill up our provinces for now.
Yeah, put them farthest away from the Netherlands and the UK to start with, so that they don't get bombed easily.
Alright.
What happened to my YouTube chat? I must have closed it by accident. There we go. Alright, sorry, now I can see. We're co-oping Germany this time, not the Soviet Union.
I should probably organize our air wings too. get to work on that.
All right. Insufficient resources, but I think we're going to change that up as soon as the trade goes through. So I will tell them that we are... how's everybody else here? Are you ready to go for the beginning here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Always ready.
Okay. All right. Yeah, field hospital is not a bad thing to get.
Yeah.
We're going to want it anyway. Next in priority, as soon as the industrial one's complete, we definitely want to get concentrated tech.
Mm-hmm. I do like dispersed versus England, even though you get less total. You get less total output, but the efficiency retention is actually quite useful, especially.
No, you're
later on
right.
in the
We
game
could try
when you're-
disperse because they did fix it in 1.1, right? It was completely bugged, where it was actually giving you negative factory output or something ridiculous. But I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
was
that
it?
got fixed. Yeah.
That's weird. But the only reason I say that is because it depends on how we're going to play the game. If we're going to be constantly researching new techs, and it will basically give us 20% more efficiency retention when we switch. So we'll be building more of our new stuff faster, which may or may not be worth the extra 10% factory output. It's hard to tell. It depends basically on how often you change your production lines to newer models or you make variants, even though variants are only a 10% hit. I do think concentrated has a better, like, straight up benefit, but the benefit of taking less damage from bombing, especially if we have difficulty defending our airspace versus England, which realistically we should, unless we devote a lot of our energy to building fighters.
Yep. We are going. We're at speed 2. He's bumped it up to speed 3. All right, so let's examine our military. I hate having any cavalry. I always switch them over to infantry just at the start, and then...
I have undeployed all of our air units
All right,
just
perfect.
because I'm going to decide where we should group them up and we should get them in nice, even stacks of 100.
So here's what
all
I
their
suggest
numbers.
we do. We take our entire army right now, just for the beginning. We're going to throw it into a single army.
Yeah.
Put it under Rundstedt, I guess, and we'll put it over against France. Because if the French computer says no to Rhineland and the UK agrees, then we want to be ready to go to war immediately. That's in like 60 days, so we want this to be...
I guess I will position airplanes to support that.
That's the
possibility
soonest thing that something could happen. Meanwhile, I want to start training a whole bunch of infantry divisions because we want to hit that Anschluss. There's a way that you can just get them up to 20% XP and just spit them out as fast as possible.
Yes.
But I don't like that from a thematic standpoint. And it also has the drawback of your units come out shitty. And you have to spend a lot of extra equipment to do it. I don't think the Anschluss is necessarily worth it. And we have Austria taking industrial effort, which means they are going to go down at least one or two of the construction efforts for us and get us a few extra factories, which is nice. And yes, we got lucky because Czechoslovakia is also going down that tree. Although, unfortunately, we can't see what they're actually using their civilian factories for right now. But when I was looking at the AI, they were making, like, ground-based anti-air with all their civilian factories. It's like, why?
I don't know. They just do that. So I've positioned our airplanes in the best spread possible, given what we have, in case France decides to say no and we have to fight England. Although...
All right. What should our first political power be? We could go with a theorist for land experience, or you could also get a political advisor that gives us, like, captain of industry for civilian factory construction. I think that's probably better first.
The only other argument I would make is for silent workhorse, because the stacking bonus is pretty strong, even though minimal for us. But it is probably better to get either civilian factories or a theorist, because we're going to need tons of army experience to fix up our divisions and to add our stuff to them. So the theorist is probably the best choice.
And what is our... These are all Panzer divisions. What do they look like at the beginning? That's, yeah, it's 4 and 2. It's not great. What's
Panzer
our
divisions are actually
equipment?
pretty good for Germany. They're the best starting tank divisions in the game, I think.
Yeah, the templates, you mean?
Yeah. For a starting template, Germany has the best starting Panzer division template in the game. Italy's is horrible, Japan's is non-existent, and Russia's is pretty mediocre. Especially because our panzer divisions actually start with a lot of support battalions attached to them, which the other countries don't really have as much.
All right, what's our production look like? We're still short on rubber for our planes and such.
Unless we either take some from the Netherlands or Siam, or Siam
we got to give it to somebody,
Singapore.
don't we? Let's give it to the Netherlands.
Yeah,
one factory to the Netherlands. We don't need more than one. I just want our planes to be up to snuff, so we put our motorized down a little bit here.
Yeah. Motorized is fine because I don't know how many motorized divisions you prefer to build, but we should probably going to be aiming for mechanized as soon as possible, and the motorized should just be there just to make sure we have the minimum number of motorized divisions required so that our first aid battalions can be in position, basically, in my opinion. Or maybe
well, yeah, we need the motorized for our panzer divisions too, but
not as much. I feel because those are more of a breakthrough unit than like a drag out and fight unit. So we should hopefully not have too many.
Oh my god, you build like 3 years of civilian factories.
I mean, I just queued it all up. We can obviously tune it back down as it finishes, and it'll actually accelerate quite quickly as we both get construction text and the factories finish. This is just what I always do when I play the game. No matter what country I play as, I just like queue up a long time of civilian factories. Just because it's necessary.
I'm going to see if they see that. We can do speed 4. I don't know why they're on speed 3 in the early game.
Everyone's pretty much straight at the time, too, so there's like no lag issue with it. So they should, speed 4 should be pretty good.
I'm going to go ask them about it in a second here. If we're going to have a slower early game, we want it to go faster.
9-1, 9A, 1A. 9A, what is this?
5 Charlie 3 Alpha. What is going on, dude? I don't know. All right, let me go pop in there real quick.
On the
hey
coast?
guys, we can go speed 4 if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Until one breaks out.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I thought I pushed.
Oh.
All right, speed 4. There we go. So when this finishes, as long as we don't have the Rhineland War starting, then I'll break off some units to use in the Spanish Civil War.
Who's hosting again?
Innocentius.
Okay, yeah. I'm just making sure. It does actually show on the top. I'm just seeing.
Yep. Everybody looks.
Yeah,
to
it must be someone
well.
European. There's a fair bit of latency.
I mean, that's fine for me.
We did a bunch of tests, and Innocentius had the best combination of people because Kane is in Singapore, and my host was not very good for Singapore.
Yeah, makes sense.
But right now, we've gone for about a minute with no slowdown at speed 4, so I'm definitely not worried about it.
Yeah, and the time is keeping within the time frame.
Okay, so after Rhineland, we go down the West Wall industrial effort, or do you want to go treaty with the USSR to get the Panzer IIIs ASAP?
We should probably aim for Panzer IIIs ASAP, but the only thing that's a problem with that is we won't necessarily have the production to... I don't know if you like keeping light tank battalions, right? I find they're exceptionally useful in the late game sometimes.
You mean whole divisions of light tanks?
Yeah, just like.
I agree, but I don't mind making light tank divisions once you get to whatever the Leopards.
Yeah. So the choice either is good. I think we could go with the treaty with the Soviet Union because then we could get Panzer IIIs building faster, which is going to help a lot with killing France off really quickly.
Why don't we do down to industrial effort 1? And then jump up to Army Innovations and Treaty, so we don't go for Industrial Effort 2 right away.
Because those construction research bonuses are pretty good. So
I mean, that's 6 civilian factories. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And we've got the political power. I'm going to get the Captain of Industry right now. There we go. And we almost already have enough for the Theorist. Limited exports is good. All right, I'm going to add more units to the training thing here. So now that we know we don't have to worry about more of this, I'm going to try to split up our divisions. Let's see. We have 1 Mountaineer.
Oh, I forgot both of these forgot all of Germany's theorists are really good because they're all like Guderian's even better than the 251 just because of the armor move speed. Sweet.
All right, we'll give Manstein control of the armor's divisions here. Oh, not promote, duh. Just click on him. There we go. All right, so Manstein is here. He will be our hard red fist of doom. We've got one mountain division. I don't want to touch them because they've got decent experience, and everything else is infantry at the moment. We could leave the mountain division in there for now. Oh, there's the Spanish Civil War. Let's see how many volunteers we can send.
Pause.
Yeah, I hit pause, but I'm just going to ask... Oops, I forgot about that.
Open chat.
Alright, with the war, can we slow it off a speed 4? Down to 3 or 2? Probably 3 is fine.
Sure.
Alright.
I'm going to grab our theorist. I'm going to grab Guderian, so we wanted army experience.
Perfect. Okay. And we want to send volunteers. What's our limit? Our limit is 2 as expected. So let's take out 2 of these from Manstein's force and send it over there. Volunteers. Manstein. Go! It's going to generate a little threat, but so far we're staying under the 5%. They haven't accepted yet? Oh, we're still paused. There we go.
I mean, I both know why the UK is complaining, and I also don't know why it's complaining, because that 5% research boost that you can get is not that bad. I know the middle tree is not, like, super good for the UK, because it doesn't help them prepare for the war necessarily, but it definitely helps them get their research going, so...
Which one? The Encourage Colonial Elite?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The 5%
We jumped up to
research
6% already.
Yep.
Oh, because the Addis Ababa Treaty hasn't happened, because the Spanish Civil War started real early, and Italy still hasn't conquered Ethiopia. Get it together, Italy. Bring down the world tension.
I'm working at it. I'm trying.
Have you not...
Should be now.
He's gonna be pretty upset because I don't think he's only halfway through Reinforce the Empire. So
he's not gonna get a chance. They could if they had
Perfect.
the political power switch off a political or civilian economy right now. We're just hoping they don't. So far, we still have toasters everywhere.
He may not. Yeah, he's still got toasters. There's no way he can. There could be enough political power, but he probably took an advisor early on.
That would be my guess. Although, yeah. I mean, he actually probably doesn't even have enough to get an advisor yet. Remember, he generates it much slower, and we got Rhineland, which gave us 120.
Yeah. He might be just approaching his 150 then. Sounds about right. Because we got 120, plus we generate 50% more, so...
All right. We are going to be getting our forces there. Where are they?
Leon. Always in the port in the north.
Yeah. All right, driving along the coast here, I guess.
All right, you got coast. I'll get further inland.
Yeah, watch that pincher spot in the central there against Portugal. That is always if I play the Soviets, you can just cut off the entire southern nationalist Spain flank there. Oh, geez, Japan was able to send 4 because we don't have that many divisions yet. They're coming. They're just not there yet. Oh, now we've got enough equipment for all this.
Yeah.
Once these leave, we're still not going to be close to Anschluss, but as soon as we can, we'll get it.
Yep.
All right, we're getting some good experience here. Army experience is starting to come in.
We're almost back up to 15 civilian factories. Building stuff. Almost. I mean, is there even anything I should do with our Navy? Kind of sad.
I mean, group it up, split up the submarines into like 2 different subgroups.
Yeah, I guess I could do that at least.
And then we'll produce subs and try to, have 2 different lines of subs going, and one goes into one group, one goes into another, or something like that.
See, Russia sent volunteers to Ethiopia. I was wondering why it's taking so long.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's kind of, I don't know. That's lame, but you were able to take it?
Yeah, I'm winning the battle right now. It should be over any second
I was
now.
told that it's basically impossible if they send mountaineers, but I don't know how true that is.
I mean, it mostly depends on...
Oh, boy.
If you could deal with
There's
enough
Soviet
stuff.
tanks.
Yeah.
All right, we got him.
The only reason it was losing was because your tank division hadn't actually reinforced the infantry.
Yeah, and it needs time to recover the organization here. I've been running it ragged.
Yep.
I don't want... Man, I really wish there was, like, in order to retreat from a battle, you had to, like, hold a button down. Because I don't want to retreat into enemy territory and lose all my shit.
He tried to pick you off your weak organization one there. You hear it. Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, I was cutting off his other division there.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, but he's going to force my my weak one to retreat in 2 days. Oh, but my strong one's going to be finished in 2 days, so... Here we go.
Yeah, we should probably try and keep that cutoff going. I don't think it's gonna matter though. Yeah.
Nope, it did it
He had
again.
enough time. He had enough time. As long as Japan's doing something, we're like keeping all 4 of his tank divisions tied up here pretty much.
I just want to keep him from getting across that river. There we go. He's cut off.
Yep.
There it is.
There
World
goes
tension
that.
gets
Send volunteers,
reduced
Ed.
by 3.8.
I mean,
Did they get civilian? Let's look real quick.
They did not. And
Oh,
he did
France
not finish
did. France got to early... Oh, that might be the event that got him to early
Yeah,
mobilization.
France, it's not always, but most of the time they get early mobilization. Because there's no way France had the political power to pick early
Oh,
mobilization.
I think we got him. I think we got their tanks.
Yep.
Yep,
We
crunched.
got him encircled. We're good.
That's one of them. They've got... Oh, you mean all of them?
We got one division
Yeah,
of
we've
their
got
tanks.
4 of their
Oh,
divisions.
just, yes, I didn't even notice they
encircled.
You are right.
They're all surrounded because they sent them all there, and...
The
and
fucking
actually,
regular Spanish surrounded them, or was that your Japan?
Japan,
No,
Japan
yeah.
and you did it, because...
Yeah, you were on the other side of the river,
They were
and
so
we were on the
distracted
close side.
trying to...
And yeah,
Well, they have the situation that I ran into, so that's good.
they were
Yeah,
so
'cause they
distracted
tried to cut us
trying
off.
push in. That's the problem.
They got overexcited.
So yeah, they're
And
gonna
their
lose
divisions are
force.
probably weaker. No,
One
not
of those-
necessarily.
One of those is motorized. So he sent 1 motorized and 3 tank divisions.
4
I
tank
can't
divisions.
pierce
One
their
of them's already
armor,
gone.
so it was just rotating high organization.
Yeah.
I was just looking at your tank divisions, being like, well, those will pierce their armor. I just need to hold them off.
I mean, yeah, Japanese units are good. If they're good for one thing in the early game, it's their stupid amounts of organization from all the silly
Yes.
bonuses their national focuses give them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just the
Kane's
default
doing
starting
service
bonus.
overseas. He couldn't get to.
Yeah,
He couldn't get to the shadow scheme in time.
He hadn't finished it. The one he really wanted to get is limited rearmament or whatever.
There we go. 4
Actually,
divisions.
he hasn't even he has, as far as I know, anyways. He hasn't even researched limited rearmament.
All right, you
Which
want to
he
get the
should've.
next machine tools?
Yes. I know.
Or the did we say we were doing?
Booyah!
All right, nice. Now let's cut off.
I mean, I kind of do want to get dispersed industry, but I'm up for either.
I mean, if we get dispersed, we can worry a little bit less about our fighter production on the Western Front and more about our whatever land production on the Eastern Front if we want. That's kind of the thing it gives you.
Yeah, that's the trade-off we're doing. We'll also have more retention when switching between things. So I don't know. I think either is good. It's just we need to figure out which one we would prefer. So they're both good.
Do disperse. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah. Personally, I think it's really good just because of, like, unless we deliberately focus on, like, fighters and worked really hard to beat England, there's almost no way we'll beat
The English and the
American
U.S.
and
together.
so on.
You're right.
And that's the only reason why I think that specifically as Germany, it's
jeez.
probably better to not take concentrated. What's happening?
Infantry equipment.
Use what? Oh.
I'm just looking at
Amazing.
our infantry equipment's quite far down, but that's because we deployed a bunch of divisions.
Yes. and then trying to gear up the other ones. All of our deployed, we're not actually losing that much.
Yeah, with the mod, was anyone's equipment or factories or anything like that adjusted, or were you saving that for later?
No, none of
iterations?
those were adjusted. It was just that one.
Alright.
The world tension changes, and the one major change was the justification without a claim or a core is very long now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's good to do it in small steps, right?
Yep, that's the idea.
Alright, so I've made our fleet that isn't submarines, which I guess I'm
Oh,
just
Italy's
going to
tanks
stick in a
just arrived.
port.
Cool.
I guess I'm just going to stick our fleet that isn't submarines, like, far away from the front line. So
Yeah,
Hey,
keep
we'll
it
have
up in
more
Kiel
commie
or
division.
something.
There's more commie divisions by Valencia.
And then
We're gonna need more tanks.
see if we can send more volunteers, actually.
Let me see what we get for options. Send
No, we
volunteers.
can't.
Still
Same
only
numbers,
2.
so-
Yeah, it's
yeah.
based on not only our divisions, but the... Oh, okay. I was trying to hopefully cut off more than just the few divisions we got there, but that's okay.
I did it. I have the right version.
Yay,
Nice.
what happened? What did it take?
Well, first I decided to delete the whole game and then the whole document file. So I was like, then I just re-downloaded it, and the same problem. It turns out that I had, whenever I installed your mod the first time, like I'll have to go back in and delete another version of the mod that somehow downloads with the mod that's posted right now.
That is weird. So you're downloading 2 maybe because I deleted the mod and you were still subscribed to it?
I guess so.
I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't become a recurring issue.
Russians are trying to encircle us at Valencia.
Oh, wait
we
a
have
minute. Yeah,
a
where did
port,
they come
but
from? They sent more?
Yeah,
did.
they can.
did. Did not notice that, but we're about to break out anyway. Oh, they're going for the capital, too. Shit. Italy, we need you over here. Where'd you go?
What's that?
Where's the Italian tanks? They're going for the Madrid. Be careful, the Italian tanks. Pull them back, pull them back. We got more Soviets here that are
Uh-oh.
causing issues.
Uh-oh. Cut off.
Alright, I got our tanks are clear. Back to
There we
the
go.
coast.
So we have 2 ports.
We can cut off the Soviets now if we go fast enough.
Yeah,
There we
we're
go.
trying real hard to cut us off.
They already took our capital, so it moved, but hopefully it'll move back after we retake it. I don't know.
I mean, Zaragoza is only worth 1 victory point anyways. Burgos is worth more than that.
Wait, what? It really is only worth 1 victory point?
Yeah, if you hover over it.
That's.
Only
I think
worth
that's because
one.
it's in. No, that's weird. Why is it only 1? Castile is 3. I don't know. It must be because that's the historical capital or something. All right, yeah, we can pierce their armor, and they can't pierce ours. Wow, that's really... Oh, because they start with only Tier 1 tanks. We start with mostly Panzer IIs.
Yep.
I forgot.
That's why the Russian tanks really can't... The only advantage of the Russian tanks in the Spanish Civil War is just they can send more. That's really it.
I wish the fucking 3 divisions of Spanish aren't sitting in the north here, just ignoring the rest of that empty territory.
The problem is...
Oh no, they got themselves free! Those sons of bitches. We'll
because
keep
they
on 'em.
connected.
I'm just
Probably
not going to let
could've
them get
afforded-
any of their organization back.
Probably could have
I
afforded
could
to
use
break
your
on
tanks by Valencia. They've got a few divisions over here. 3 of them.
Alright. I'm
Oh.
working on it.
Right now I'm just
gonna-
holding this little land bridge.
I'm gonna set up these units to join our main battle plan, the infantry they're building. Because they're currently not. There's construction 1.
Alright, now where do we go from there?
I want machine tools before construction 2 because we're probably we're pretty close to
Delay?
getting
We
our
want to go down
construction
Doctrine?
done.
I think we go down Doctrine right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up as soon as Field Hospital finishes.
Oh, you're going for machine tools already. Okay, I guess, yeah.
I really like getting... The earlier you get it, the better it is, in my opinion, for machine tools. And then now I'm researching the Doctrine because our Field Hospital 1 just finished. Which we could put in our infantry battalions right now if we want.
Or our
to.
tanks, because those are the only things that are fighting, but you're right.
Tanks should theoretically be taking real extremely low numbers of casualties early on, just due to the fact that
Yeah,
our
their
tanks are so
armor,
much
that's right.
superior. just in this war. I don't disagree with your idea in general, just in the Spanish Civil War, because there's not much that can actually penetrate Panzer IIs.
Yeah, I see Soviet tanks around Madrid doing some sneaky stuff.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak around. I pulled one of mine out. To
I see you.
push him
Good.
back.
We could almost cut him off if we do it. I can come from the other direction and try to cut him off. Let's see if I can get to there. There's a damned Spanish unit in my way.
I got him stuck.
No, let's back off and hit this. Gonna keep this Soviet tank division low on organization. Less than a day, this unit's gonna break through and I might be able to cut him off. This is actually pretty,
I've
winds up
got
being
two
pretty
Soviet
balanced.
armor divisions pinched at Valencia. Or, no, yeah, 2.
It looks like one of them is trying to get out now.
It looks like Spain is finally, or the Spanish troops are finally trying to take the north. They're not having much success.
Yeah. Nice.
I got
the
I got-
industrial focus? Okay.
Yeah, I can handle that while you're doing the war. So basically, I can handle all these pop-ups.
There we go. We just encircled 2 of them.
They're breaking through in the north.
I'm encircling a Russian tank armor division. Never mind, he got out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't get over to Valencia. I was trying to make sure the Italians didn't get encircled over here. We do have one of their tank divisions encircled in the north, and we're about to crunch it.
Yeah, I'll need you guys at Valencia when you're done that.
What's the links to the
'cause
other
I can't
stream? The
piece
chat
Pierce
is
armor.
asking. Let me get you the document and post the link in there.
You got my stream in there, Bridger?
Which one? Our half? Oh, for Russia?
No.
I
Russian,
don't
yeah.
know if I have yours on here. I do not. Throw me the link in Discord when you get a chance.
Done.
Alright. Damn, I didn't mean to retreat from that, but...
I could use your help at Valencia more than I could use my shitty stream link.
Alright.
And I can do that. I'm doing nothing right now, so.
I'm adding it to the document on my second monitor. Boom.
Right now, I'm just keeping their tank trapped, their armor division, keeping it from running away. I can't kill it, but I can just keep it from moving.
I don't know what I was thinking earlier. Was that
We've
I
got
should
one
probably
Spanish
before you
division
play.
trapped behind the lines here. I'm on my way down towards Valencia. The games of the Olympiad.
Meanwhile, in Spain.
All right.
Look at how sad
Our Spanish
America
troops
is.
are going to slowly increase in size here now that we've captured a bunch of states like Valencia. They will get a few more factories.
Yes, yes, that armor that you're bringing down, perfect. Yes, nice. Eat it, Zukov.
All right, I'm going to keep these Spanish occupied here.
Interesting.
It's going to take 5 days. Oh boy, there's another damn Soviet armor trying to have it successfully encircled one of my guys.
Yeah, I'm bringing one of my tanks
breaking
around to
up.
help you out.
Yeah, the U.S. grabbed Kirov ships already. Interesting. Not that surprising.
There we go.
Interesting.
We
You
got
got
him.
supply again.
It was forced there.
I want to keep pushing that armor division. Keep it low org.
Stalin purging.
Stalin's purging.
Yeah, he started it a little while ago, but recently enough that you probably haven't seen the event yet.
Gotcha.
Probably his best bet. I really do think it's best to start off with that.
I hate doing that though. I'd rather get the free factories.
I mean, the way I
And if
see
it's
it is
always, see, here's my problem. If it's always best to start off with that, and they don't get attacked until 1940, they don't have any purge problems. Like, the purge problems disappear by then.
Yeah. They also disappear as soon as you win an offensive war, so you can just purge, declare the war on Finland.
Yeah,
peace.
there's something I want to do. I don't know. Maybe something needs to be done about
Like,
that.
like, there's so many cheesy ways to get rid of the penalties, even if you do it later, that I feel like it.
I feel like getting rid of the penalties should have some kind of a cost, but I don't know what that cost is yet.
I feel like if there was some way to set it so that they won a war instead of just has to have been in a war sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you can still just do the Finland thing, which would mean like you just take the territory really easily anyways. It would slow it down because then you wouldn't just declare it in white peace.
Yeah, I'm about to try to completely surround their capital so that all the other units go out of supply.
Oh,
they're pushed right back.
Here
Here comes armor coming up towards those Italian divisions near Madrid.
What kind of political advisor do we want right now?
I was thinking we could get...
Tank probably, actually, since we're probably going for that next.
Yeah, if you want to go armor designer, that's probably good. What do we want? The mobile Henschel? Henschel's the standard.
Yeah, I do like Henschel.
Porsche is not bad.
I also like man art because the reliability and soft attack is nice, but we could get more reliability by just going with Henschel.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Soft attack could be nice. We're most likely to be using our tanks to fight other tanks, so ironically, Porsche might actually be pretty good just because the heart attack buff is really useful in that situation. But yeah, we'll just take mobile tank because we'll probably have it with motorized for most of the game. And we're using them as cutoff and breakthrough units, so faster is better.
5-9. Let's look at take a little bit and see what's going on here. British Raj, puppet, yeah, encourage colonial elite. He's getting the encourage colonial elite thing there.
I mean, it's really good to get early. Is like I don't really.
I got tanks broke out in the north of Madrid.
Yep. It's not really a big breakout though. Trying to cut off though. I mean, they're almost cut off down there in 2 different locations. So even if he does break out, there's no supplies really. Although the capital generates supplies.
Yeah, the capital's where they're well, is it where you get your supplies? Because I think we get our supplies from the ports right now. Yeah, it shows that we're getting our supplies from ports.
So maybe the Soviet troops will be unsupplied, possibly. But I
feel like they can also exist on local supply because they don't have that many. Right?
Yeah. The other thing is they're also the Soviets. So if he's bothered to research any doctrines, he's got like already like 5 days worth of out of supply before problems start happening. I hate that doctrine so much. Yeah, like another 2 days, and you start with 72 hours of supply grace, and he gets another 48 for researching the first doctrine of mass assault, or the second mass assault.
Wish I could just tell my allies to attack, engage them, don't let them leave. Stop letting them attack me.
So we probably want to stay on limited conscription as long as possible, right?
Yeah, there's no reason if we've got 1 million men. What's our deployment situation? Okay, they're still deploying in pretty decent speed.
And I've set them to just deploy to the French front line, just because there's no other front line. So all the units are just joining our
Those tanks are trying hard to break out, but we're about to take Madrid because they're not defending it.
I also think they're out of supply.
If they were out of supply, you'd see some attrition happening, though.
Yeah, I guess they are getting supplied. One of them's heading towards the port in the north, trying to get supplies to the troops.
There's a Republic or nationalist guy on the
port. But it's a tank. I don't expect it. Even in a city, it's got like half organization or half equipment too. So I don't expect it to last versus that. I honestly expect that to fold.
I honestly thought we would have.
All right, now let's go down the.
I wasn't worried.
We were going to say we're going to go down Army Innovation into Treaty.
Yep, I'm already on it. That was our plan. So army innovations has started, and I'll hit treaty immediately after that.
I just want to send one of these tanks north to just finish up that pocket so the damn Spanish
Took Madrid.
Nice.
Winning. And we need 7% more victory points to win. So, if we clean up all this stuff that's occupied that we're surrounding in the center of Spain, probably end it.
I think Valencia is going to be necessary. Or not Valencia, Catalonia, rather. It's got 15 there.
Yeah.
It's because they have Barcelona. That's the only reason they're still up.
Yeah, if we took Barcelona back, we would be fucked.
Barcelona, that's
probably.
But we can kill off their divisions first.
Yeah. We'll probably try and kill off the Russian divisions first, because the AI is going to take forever to do that. It's at 5% again, by the way. So, attention.
Oh no! What happened? The U.S. revoked guarantee of Colombia.
Yep, he's doing that, which is another thing I was going to stress. If you go down
interesting ploy.
You get automatic guarantees, and then you can revoke them for free. God, that's so fucking lame. I don't know. I mean, well, I'll just add the things I gotta fix, but
that was the only other thing that I was thinking about was like, there's a really easy way to hit 5% world tension if you're playing the U.S. because normally guarantees are fine because they cost you, but the U.S. can get a shitload of free ones just because by going down the neighbors thing, because it guarantees everyone whenever they research it. So, and what else does the U.S. have to do with their national focus early in the game? Not much. So, and it gives them a ton of political power so they can get all the advisors they want early too. So it's really just a smart play for that player to do that. Very cheese though. But
it was something I've been meaning to address. It just couldn't fit it into this first version of the mod.
The good news is the United Kingdom is still on civilian. Started researching fortified East Asia.
Even without those revoking guarantees, when this war ends, it will go up enough for them to get off a civilian.
Oh yeah, that's fine. The difference is just now instead of it being at like 10 to 15%, it might be at 20% now, depending on how high it goes.
Eat them.
11 days. Those fuckers stole our Zaragoza again. And this time it was just like Spanish mountaineers, like Republicans. They're just like, take their capital, it's empty! Okay, you got it, now what? Now there are German tanks rolling in.
And Italian tanks.
You mean like the pizza mobiles?
Yeah.
Tanks is like a very loose description.
In multiple combats? Oh, because they're trying to break out.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. I mean, well, it's not really a mistake. Well, maybe it is.
Dead.
Crunched.
Evaporated.
Alright, now we can get this done. Alright, we've got 26 army experience now between the theorist and this. We got 136. We got another thing coming up. We can do a material designer. We'll get us infantry equipment, small arms research time.
Probably good for us because we need
artillery. One of the, but we haven't done any of the small arms stuff, like the weapons and equipment and stuff.
Yeah, I know. And we can always change it later if we want to when we want to start investing in artillery.
Yeah. We've also got armaments organizer. No. Fortification. No. Where's the guy? Isn't there a guy that increases...
The military one, the only other one we have is War Industrialist that I think is really good.
War Industrialist. That's the guy I was talking about. Yeah. We might not need him right now, but we will need him eventually.
Yeah, I don't think he's a priority. I think probably infantry equipment is probably good now. Alternatively, if we want to still go with the strategic bomber thing, we could pick up that and not worry about our fighters at all. That would be the heavy
well, we're not going to be
designer.
researching strategic bombers right now. It'll be a little while. So let's grab infantry equipment designer.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So the next few things we'll get those infantry equipments. Then later we can switch that over to artillery designer.
All right.
All right, so how far are we? 32 days left.
I will probably use the 50% industry tech research bonus that we have when dispersed industry finishes to finish something else that's slightly ahead of time right now, just because it's half off. But
oh yeah, get construction too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's a good idea.
Either that, or I could get excavation 1, but I think construction 2 is more important.
There's nothing that we excavate that would be valuable right now.
Yeah.
We don't excavate oil at the
So
moment.
I do have a question. If you have the refineries, the excavation does increase the
it
amount of oil
does.
you get, right? Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Because it seems like a super useful
Thought I had
thing
that
to get
as
if you
part of it.
actually go down the refineries.
All right, go ahead and grab construction
so
2.
At 79 days, and then when when mechanical computing finishes, I'll start grabbing the infantry equipment stuff. And as soon
Holy
as
crap! The Soviet Union sent another 4 divisions to Republic and Spain.
They're just stalling it as
Wow.
much as possible because it's buying them more time before Japan.
Oh,
really
this
wants
time they
to
sent
take the
crappy divisions.
Yeah,
So
they're just
Where
they're
did they
literally
arrive?
just in Barcelona.
Yeah, they're in Barcelona.
They're literally just
Wait a minute,
stalling
they
us.
just gave up those divisions, though.
Yeah, that's why they sent crappy ones. These are not very good divisions that they sent.
Yeah, they sent 2 groups of very good divisions, and we killed them. So they sent crappy divisions this time because reasons.
Interesting.
I mean, I think they're just trying to keep tension high enough so that their teammates can switch their economies around.
Yeah, they're trying to stall it because England's still researching fortify East Asia because they didn't. I don't think they're organizing very well their plan to like raise world tension to 5% because England had just started fortify East Asia when the U.S. started doing all that. So
Wasn't
they didn't
completely
organize it
coordinated.
very well.
But
Yeah,
man,
it
there's
was-
just so many people there. It's going to take forever. 35 days to end this damn battle in Barcelona.
Are we attacking it from like every angle possible?
Yeah, I'm attacking it from 2 angles.
Yeah, it looks like Japan's
Yeah, I'm
also
attacking it
fighting.
from 3. Yeah.
We might just want to grab.
Wait a minute. Why is it only 120 combat width? Is it because tactics combat width is withdrawal. It's in close quarters mode, so tactics combat width is lower. Oh, it's at 140
it's like-
now.
Withdrawal to where?
I mean, the sea, friends.
Now I'm at the port. Oh, now I'm at the Capitol building.
Also, Adam, for your division design, are you a fan of putting line artillery in, or do you just like support artillery?
I like putting line artillery in infantry, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
All
it's
right,
pretty
mechanical
good.
engineering, computing's a little on the high side. Let's jump into the infantry research.
Yep,
You're
I'm
okay.
going to start with support weapons 1.
Back down to 5%.
I do want to grab a radio at some point, just because the extra reinforce rate is really useful. Also, personally, I love signal companies, just because the extra initiative bonus is really nice, but it's kind of luxurious as a support company, I feel, for Germany.
Yeah, keep in mind for our armor divisions, every support company we add lowers our armor, so we want to be very careful about what we add to it.
Yeah, they've already got 3 in there: engineers, support artillery, and then I think recon.
All right, Japan, here's what you do. You back off and you attack Barcelona from the sea.
All right, I'm doing
That was
treaty
sarcasm.
tests.
Would be interesting. I was considering it for a moment. I'm like,
I feel like
yeah, no.
just push those other 3 cities so that the Spanish troops get their asses up there and actually like start throwing more men at it. Also, I think if we take those other 3 provinces, they'll be at 20% because they're each worth 1. Actually, there's 4. So if we took those other 3 and just kept them locked in here, because they're not going to try and attack out, I don't think. So I feel like
All
could
we need
peel
to do
off
is
one of our
rotate
tanks.
our organization. They will never be able to recover their organization.
I mean, we can do that too.
So I just had this guy resting, so he's coming back in fresh.
Hopefully our generals are getting lots of good experience for this. Like, Manstein's getting, like, nothing. Depressing.
Yeah, you really need a lot.
The first 3 levels, and this is something I found, the first 3 levels come really quickly for most generals. And then also, for some reason, if you use infantry, because casualties happen, your general's experience rate increases a lot compared to, like, sending armored divisions.
Oh, jeez, we have veterans now. Seasoned guys and veterans.
Basically, because troops are not losing a lot.
Ah, we're finally there. 19 days now. 17.
They might be about to surrender, though. Oh, 23% still.
Well, all this fighting has allowed me to make a 40 combat with
Marine Division? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I seriously, that's like a really good idea for the initial punch. I just, personally, I'm one of those annoying min-maxers who likes to perfectly balance my infantry combat width, or my combat width to 22 if you have offensive, or to like something ridiculous if you're Russia and you have the thing where infantry units are like basically nothing. So
Yeah,
you've
no,
got
the whole
mass
point of
assault.
this is naval
Yeah,
invasion. They're
just
not
to,
for
just
front.
to hammer. They're also real, ironically, super high
man.
combat width.
You know what we need?
Divisions are
Research.
really
Next
good on the
research needs
defense,
to be
too.
radio. We don't have radio, so we don't have the reinforced speed.
Yeah,
boost.
I was gonna get that.
There we go. Now we got our guys. They've only got 72 width in the battle now. Everything else is too weak.
We're on 2 days for machine tools, or 3 days, and then I'll.
All right,
start
I'm AFK
radio.
for a sec. I think you guys can keep me from getting encircled. I think we're doing okay here.
I mean, they've only got 2 provinces left in the entirety of Spain, so.
It looks like one of the Japanese is not attacking though. So.
That's okay. You went AFK. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna grab radar.
Okay.
Radio. Sorry, not radar.
Yes. Are you a fan of researching decryption or
Yes.
encryption?
I like both.
I mean, I do like both just because it lowers the penalty, but then you consider the fact that the U.S. gets that stupid OSS bonus, so that no matter how much you research, there
Yeah,
is
but that still forces them to research. It's only 20%. If you're ahead by a whole thing, you're still ahead by a whole thing.
Yeah. I just feel like as Germany's kind of better priority text, like doctrines. I feel like
No, yeah,
doctrines is
I
super
agree with you.
powerful.
Doctrine is a higher
Just goes
priority
straight
overall.
down that. Just that's the problem I have. I like researching things ahead of time in this game, unless it's like super ahead of time. Like,
the
if
main
it's like
the
if
main
it's like a
enjoyable
year
thing is
ahead-
you have to choose when to research ahead of time. They don't have a commander now anymore.
like if a technology is a year ahead, but it's going to take less than 365 days to research it, I'll probably research it. Just because, why would I not? I don't want to wait for it to say 100.
Well, yeah, it still has to be your priority. You're trying to figure out which few things you're going to be researching ahead of time. The Soviets still on a purge.
Yeah, it takes a long time. It
210
won't be
days.
done for like it's like 3/4 of the way done, a little bit over. So it's not going to be done until like.
All right, the
end
battle
of
is finally
next
over.
month. Yep, we win.
Boom.
I mean, Spain wins. Surprise, surprise.
Okay, now we can organize for the next potential fight. What's our current situation after this treaty with the USSR? Are we going to have enough?
12%.
Yes, we will have enough for Anschluss after this.
12% world tension.
Nice, they are on equipment. Oh, that's not right. We don't want equipment effort, we wanted armament effort. Damn it. Damn you, Austria. What about you, Czechoslovakia? There you go, Czechoslovakia. Construction effort. Way to play for the team. All right?
Mm-hmm. That's good for us. So England's still on civilian, so he hasn't invested the political.
Interesting. All right, we've got modified government again.
He
Keeps
is,
coming up.
however, yeah.
You want to add a chief of army now so that we're ready? We got a lot of these to
Yeah,
add. Division organization.
probably.
We could do army drill and change it later. Division training time -10.
That's probably really good actually for us right now because we're preparing. It's a
And
really
we're
good
just
idea.
going to
And
get
then-
so much political power being Germany.
Mhm. The benefit is too high to ignore. I have more planes to deploy apparently. I'll worry about it later. Nothing's happening right now. So we want Anschluss next.
I think so.
then, Personally, I like getting reassert Eastern claims, but it's a little risky.
What does that do for us? It raises world tension.
It will give us claims on Memel, and Lithuania will most of the time just give you Memel, which is not a lot, but it's like a province.
Yeah, it's a
so
couple of potential factories.
It's like literally one part of a province. I
Right.
think we own most of the rest of it, and that's why we can demand it. Like, I don't know
Alright,
if it's
here we go.
super
What's
worthwhile,
next? 1937 means dispersed industry 2. Yes.
yes, sounds good.
All right. So now that we've got these two,
Also-
let's take these and add it there.
I would like to start researching the construction upgrade that is faster factory repair time before we get the other construction bonus to research, even if it's ahead of time, just because I would rather I'd rather take the hit on time research now to get that time back on an actual
Repair.
tech that improves our construction rate.
Yeah.
I want to like basically I don't want to use the 50% research bonus on that tech, just because I'd rather eat the bullet on that now and then research the one that makes us build faster, quicker.
All right, so Japan, how are you on your preparations for China?
Trying to make more Marines. I'm happy that I had enough Army XP to change around my templates, and now it's just build up.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of
that,
Army experience too. We should probably, for our infantry divisions, add field hospital, although that's going to skyrocket.
Let me see what happens. Let me see what happens. We have 0 support equipment available, and we'd need 2,000.
Okay,
and we do not have enough motorized either.
All right, so we can hold off on that then. We could add it to, I don't know, tank divisions maybe. We don't have many of those. It would definitely keep them at their veteran status for the 2 that we sent to the Spanish Civil War, maybe. Either that or we could just hold off and not do anything with it now. Actually, we should probably save it to redesign our tank divisions into medium tanks. So we'll be getting that soon.
That's true.
But we should probably hold on to quite a bit of it.
My favorite thing is to leave the light tanks in there, add 2 battalions of mediums, and then slowly replace the lights. That is my go-to method.
That's pretty good. So I'm gonna pick up. We wanted Anschluss.
All right, let's see what they say about this.
As soon as our next tech finishes,
we'll try and get Panzer IIIs.
Yeah. We also have a 50% doctrine research bonus.
Yes.
Quick question: why is buff Marines better?
There we go.
Because you're limited to 10 divisions for your naval invasion, but you're not limited on weight or any of that kind of stuff.
The only real limitation on weight is if you are versus someone who actually has a navy who can blow up your convoys. That's really the only time when weight becomes a limitation for naval invasions. Other than that, weight is just like this arbitrary thing for like, hey, you need more transports because you're sending heavier things. Other than that, it has no impact on the speed it takes to plan naval invasions, which is kind of silly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, no, the speed is per division, but you're right. It should probably be based on weight.
I mean, weight should have an impact as well. I mean, the speed is based on the total number of divisions sent, but weight should also have an impact other than just like, hey, you need more convoys to do this.
All right, so I want to take all our regular infantry, including the Mountaineer here, and make a new infantry division with them, and leave all the green, like, trained guys on the border with France, because it shouldn't be hard to hold them off if we need to.
Yeah.
So we're going to give this actually to... because Rundstedt has offensive and defensive, so we'll leave him... We'll take von Klug. This will be our Eastern Army 1. Army Group East. And then we'll maybe turn that into Army Group North, South, and Center later.
It's Kampfgruppe, please.
No, Kampfgruppe is not an army group.
I know. Being sarcastic. I'm being Relic. Where you just say things. Relic. It's sad to admit that I want to buy Dawn of War 3.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. I forgot we're not done with the Anschluss yet. Let's, because I don't remember if there is a thing where you want to be stationing your troops adjacent to Austria to increase the chance that they give in.
Austria can say no. Czechoslovakia can say no. I find it increases the odds if you're just like, hey, here's our army. Maybe you should, not say anything. Because if they say no, I'm pretty sure England has the opportunity to just be like, yeah, no, we're done with that. So they're on early mobilization now for England. Who else are we worried about? We're not worried about France because France can't do anything even if there was a team player controlling them. US is getting their air shit set up, which is bad.
That's right. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to have these guys.
The thing is, I am
There.
kind of relying. We are by going dispersed industry. We are kind of relying on the fact that the U.S. is going to focus on the strategic bombing thing.
Well, yeah, we still get that reliability, not reliability,
The efficiency
thing.
retention.
Yeah.
It's still good, and it's still the same number of factors. It's just we get less total output because we get the efficiency.
Yeah.
Which I actually like the efficiency retention a lot, but everyone's just like, no, you should just go for maximum output. I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter when you lose half your efficiency.
All right, so as soon as we're done with Anschluss, we're going to hit Industrial Effort 2, right? Get the other factories?
Yeah, I would kind of like to start. I think there's enough time to delay once Angelo's finishing. Yeah, it's not because I want to start. I kind of want to start researching construction 3 so that we can skip over that annoying one. But it's 400.
No, Industrial Effort, the national focus.
Yeah, I know, but when it finishes in 70 days, it's going to give us a 50% bonus. And I hate wasting it on construction 3 for the repair speed bonus. It just bothers me. But
Well,
yeah,
why does
we
it
should
make
get
it a waste? It's still going to give us a 50% bonus speed.
I know. It just feels like a waste to me because, like, oh, this tech is garbage. I wouldn't research it if I didn't have to.
Oh, because it doesn't give you any construction. It's only repair speed.
Yeah, the third one.
I forgot about that. I thought it was repair and.
Third one is hugely annoying because it's just and that's only when factories are helping repair stuff. That's not the passive repair speed.
U.S. has been generating even more over there, revoking Venezuela, Argentina, Chile.
Yep, they just been doing that.
I think they're running out of things that they can revoke, though.
Anyway, since we have 250% land doctrine research, I'm just gonna.
Oh no, they don't. They have infinite. For fuck's sake. Anyway, sorry. What was you saying?
Because we have 250% land doctrine research bonuses from army innovations, I'm just going to hammer out 2 more doctrines before I switch off that, because 111 days for a doctrine is a really good research investment. Especially
All right, so yeah, we're getting support weapons, then we can grab the tanks.
Also, do you prefer Blitzkrieg or mobile infantry for mobile warfare? I personally like Blitzkrieg just because it gives your tanks a lot of for tanks, a lot of extra organization and breakthrough, which helps a lot. But we'll probably more likely, especially later on in the game, have more motorized and mechanized, so we'll probably get a better total benefit from that.
All right, so what's our ahead of time penalties? Only 168 days total, so we're in a good spot for Panzer IIIs.
Yes.
Now what we're going to need, though... Yeah, they agreed to it a while ago. Now what we're going to need to, though, is... we're going to need some actual military factories.
Mm-hmm.
We might get a few from Austria.
We should. How many civilian factories have finished? Didn't finish that many, but you can.
I'm going to grab the war industrialists right now, by the way, because we're going to start switching over to a little bit of military production, at least.
Yep. We can do that here. I'm just going to switch the second line of production, our 8 factories, to military, and I'll try and organize it so that we'll always have that set up.
Gotcha.
That we'll be building like our main production line of 15 total factories will be working on civilians, and then because military factories cost less production, we'll have them be in the second slot. We could also cancel a bunch of these.
Here comes Angelus. What's our current deployed? We have 642. By the time we finish Industrial Effort 2, we should be able to go straight to Demand Sudetenland.
Yes, probably. What would we like to do? Yeah, we're going to get that.
3 days left. We believe in you. All right.
What time do you like to get Army Innovations 2, by the way?
How can anyone say that they are not German? Ooh, the Hindenburg is alive.
Yes, we got all of Austria's crappy divisions, by the way.
All right. World tension so far hasn't still exploded past 20, so that's good news.
Yep. We're keeping it down. England's already getting their extra research slot, though, and they have started with... got their industrial concern, which is interesting.
All right, so I've got a training army that's training the trained guys up to regulars, and as they come out, they become regulars, we can move them into the main army.
Okay, that sounds
You
good.
want me to befriend Yugoslavia or claim Yugoslavia?
That's a good
Claiming
question. I've never
Uh-uh.
seen anybody take the Demand Slovenia and First Ljubljana award and go all the way down there, but if you do, you can get all of Yugoslavia and Greece without going to war.
Yes, as Italy. It's pretty easy. If you go for...
Well, not as Italy, as Germany.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we should give Italy a bone. And, like, taking Yugoslavia is a thing that you can do, but it will definitely put the world tension above 20% when we choose to do that. Like, well before we do anything with Poland. So
Yeah.
Yugoslavia can't really defend itself. It's
Right,
a thing
so
that we can
are
do,
we
but
still planning to befriend Poland and attack the Soviets while trying to keep the world tension low enough to not have the Allies intervene?
I had no idea this was the play.
That was one of the original talking points. I'm not sure if we still want to do it, but I've loved playing that. I love trying it out.
We have more political power, so I have no idea what we should do with it.
Why don't we pick our military high command guy?
Yeah, one of them. I like these guys. I like.
we got the armor,
bonus.
Erwin Rommel.
We should, since our main thing is infantry, we should probably take infantry right now, just because the total
infantry expert
benefit from
Schroner.
that-
Schroner.
Yeah, just because like, if we look at our division of like built units, it's like way higher for infantry. So,
All right, so
I'm gonna get
we've got
improved
land
infantry
doctrine.
equipment 1 now as well.
Yes. And then we'll grab support weapons 2. And then hopefully by that time, once we finish that, we can go to change Mauser over to Rheinmetall for the artillery.
Sounds good. Yeah, I don't think we lose the bonus when we
How's your
take it off.
timetable, Japan? What are you looking at? Oh, did he still AFK?
Maybe, who knows? That'd be pretty scary if he is.
I had my my mic switched off. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to talk, but nothing came out. Anyway, yeah, I'm just doing army innovation, then I'll do reinforced Soviet border.
You know what?
Or I could just go straight for China.
We have a bunch of
What's-
extra. I'm going to start boosting party
what's
popularity in Romania. Because we might be able to flip them Axis, and if we do that before the Soviets can attack them, we can guarantee them. Which is another thing to try to prevent the Soviets from stealing our precious oil.
When this focus is done, I was planning on going
Why did I
for
take
the Netherlands, but if you guys would prefer, I can go for China instead.
No, that's probably okay. Oil...
Also,
Where's Romania? There it is.
to address this as a strategy, we could, even though I don't like it,
Oh,
Italy
we're
can
not getting all that.
pretty easily push Romania and Bulgaria into the Axis just by making friends with them. But I don't think we care. I think we'd much rather have one of us controlling the territory and land from the AI than having them control it, because they're horrendously inefficient. Their
Controlling
usage.
what?
Candy in chat suggested that Italy can pretty much influence Bulgaria and Romania really easily into joining the Axis.
What, with their focuses?
With focuses, yeah.
Their friend Bulgaria, I see.
It's super easy, but the fact is like, yeah, those guys are extra dudes, but looks like the U.S. is going to have Amelia Earhart as an ace later on.
I know that if Russia claims Bessarabia, that Romania goes Axis, but they usually don't claim it. They just declare war.
Yeah. I mean, that would be if we went down that and we started focusing on Romania early, like maybe we actually, as Germany, devoted some political power to flipping their government type. That would be
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm
way to get
boosting party
into
popularity on Romania right now.
Yeah, that would be an interesting way, because if they're fascist when Russia declares war, they'll naturally turn to us to join our faction and then invite us into the war, and that would be a good way to get into a non-offensive war against Russia, so they wouldn't get their benefit from, whatever that bonus is that when Germany attacks them that makes their units really good in this game, whatever it's called.
All right.
You know the one.
Sudetenland. Get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, we got to be careful here, because if... What is it? UK gets the choice here, right? Not France. Or do they only get the choice if France says no?
For Sudetenland?
Yeah.
Only if France says no.
So if France says, yeah, fine, you can have...
France has to oppose this for the UK to be... The thing is, the UK doesn't get an option unless France says no. If France says no, then the UK gets the option to join in.
Right.
Or they can say no and let France stand alone. Obviously,
Right.
why would you do that? But that's what they can do. So
let's get the last infantry tech support weapons 2. I'm
Yes,
throwing that on there right now. And the next one that comes out is Elastic Defense. Do we want to roll that into the next Mobile Warfare Doctrine?
I think we should, just because it's still 111 days and it can only help us. The only thing I'm not sure is if it's worth it, because we don't have a ton of mechanized infantry or motorized infantry, and we also don't have that many tanks.
Well, if you wanted to go Armor Spearhead, it is the tank's effectiveness, but you're right. What else could we go instead of that that would be terribly helpful? Air Doctrine?
We could, we could pick an air doc. We could pick some in battlefield support. We could get the air support mission efficiency, which is not that good, but because we're not going to have a lot of close air supports.
Now, if we're worried about I don't think we should be worried about Soviet armor. We wiped out fucking 6 divisions or 7 so far.
Soviet armor is not going to be our issue. We could
look into getting Panzer III variants like the Grille.
We could also grab
in the
computing
near future.
Machine. Because
you know what we need? Military police. I
Yes.
always leave that till last, and it always screws me over. All right, we've got our modified government. We're going to leave Mauser until we finish these ones, but we can get an aircraft designer. What's the next type of aircraft we're going to design?
Probably fighter.
Fighters
next.
Just
because I find that more important.
I
than
definitely agree.
Getting something else. Just because getting to the 1940s fighter is a huge benefit.
Oh, wow. Did we already
if you
get
can
through
it
all
early.
of those military factories that we put there?
Oh, there was only a few there. Sorry, yeah.
There was
Haven't
3,
paid
and they were
attention.
spread out. I didn't think we'd go through
It's
that fast.
because we got a bunch of extra civilian factories, and the speed of construction skyrocketed really high, and I wasn't paying attention.
Nope, that's good. We probably need them.
I'm just gonna do this instead.
All right, so what are we looking at? Armor's coming out in 41 days. If we can have a few more military factories out by then.
I'm reorganizing.
Right now, 48 to 48. What do we need more of? Light tanks. I'm gonna keep adding our new military factories to light tanks, and we can remove them from light tanks when the medium tanks come online.
Sounds good. I guess with all the tanks we're building, we could have grabbed Armor Spirit. I think we'll grab when Panzer III's finish. I think I want to grab Computing Machine just to give us that little bit extra because it's not ahead of.
Yes, it's almost ahead. Yeah, it's almost in good time. Yep.
It's only a 33% increase, and that's still less than a year. So I think that's worthwhile for grabbing this time. And then we could also grab Decryption really easily, which would help.
Oh, we got these
if we wanted
troops.
to.
And we need to differentiate the crappy division. So I'm just going to change this to like cross swords like an X.
Oh no.
And the Alpine divisions from them are also worse, so I'm going to change that to another X that we don't want, cross guns. And the Schnell division is ours, right? No, that's different than the Cavalry division, which we also don't want. So let's turn that into something else, a down arrow. And we'll leave the Schnell division and we'll change the Recon Company to the MPs for later. I'll even edit this to name it our Occupation Squad.
Quite a good amount of army experience.
Infantry Type 1. We don't want this either, so they're the peaceful Reef Lady peoples. Okay, now let's convert everybody who isn't the correct type into the correct type. There we go. Now we'll just convert all these guys into regular infantry. It'll cost us a lot of extra support equipment and such. Oops. But that's okay. And by a lot, I mean, holy crap, look, there's a lot.
And I kind of wish I was playing England just to try my plan out for that.
England?
Yeah, because they get that, I forget what which one gives it. There's like a stupid national focus they get that gives them like 20% reduced. Yeah, that's it. The shadow scheme, which gives them the minus 20% civilian to military factory conversion cost, and then they can also get an advisor that is like another 10%. I'm pretty sure it stacks just like.
Well, what's the idea there? You build a bunch of civilian factories and then go,
Yes.
aha, they were actually going to be military. But
yeah, but the cost difference is so little.
no,
And
it's not.
basically
A
means-
civilian factory costs way more than a military factory.
Yes, but the more civilian factories you build, the faster you'll build more civilian factories, and also the faster you'll convert. You're not converting like all your civilian factories. It just basically allows you to just be building civilian factories the entire way through. It does work out a little bit, but it's probably not super optimal unless you're England, where you got like your free trade crap going on.
I'm a little concerned that we're not seeing anything happen here. Is that because the English are looking at their options?
You can't really do
I won the
anything.
border skirmish.
Yay.
They can't guarantee, right? Until
25% still. Yep.
So yeah, so they can't really do anything other than plan.
No, because if France... Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, I don't get to see those events until...
Yeah, okay, it just popped up. The Munich conference, we got to see date and line. So, but I mean, what I meant was it was taking a long time, and I thought France
they
said...
probably just stalled it out. Or something.
Alright, I'm sending 4 more over to the French front just because it's getting bigger, and I want to make sure that's okay.
What do we want to do now? Molotov ribbon? Oh, we didn't want to do that, did we?
Not if we want to befriend Poland and try to attack them without getting the ire of the allies.
Could get the anti-Comintern pact, which may make Poland like us?
Question that might do with
I think
your
we should go for the
decision.
research slot. We got to go air innovations down to the research slot, right?
Okay, yeah, I'll grab air innovations too then. I'm on it. And our research just finished. Damn, we could have Panzer IVs in less than a year.
Well, that's if we get army innovations too. We got an extra 50% we can put somewhere. Right now, we've got a 50% on our land doctrine.
We also have a 50% on armor as well.
All right, I think.
But it's at 3.24 years ahead of time, so we'll wait. I really want to grab computing machines, so I'm gonna.
Oh yes,
that.
do that. I forgot we were gonna do that.
And then when improved infantry equipment is 69 days away, and support weapons 2 is 96 days away. And when those finish, we can switch over to artillery and start picking up some of those. I think we'll start picking up artillery, even though we won't have the 10% benefit when infantry equipment 1 finishes.
Should we consider making a variant of medium tanks right now?
It's probably. I mean, the only other thing I can see us doing is adding but we don't have the motorized. The only thing I could have seen us doing was adding first aid battalions to our massive infantry walls. But we have so much infantry that we probably don't have the support equipment or the motorized to do so without putting us in a huge penalty for that. I do feel that's necessary, but we have a bit of time before we have to worry about that, so we can probably ramp up our production of those slowly as we get closer to that.
Okay, do you guys, when I'm about to attack Netherlands when this focus finishes, so do you guys, there's no restriction on us joining faction earlier?
Not at the moment, no, but I don't think we should attack Netherlands, to be honest. Just occupy it.
Yeah.
Because if we annex them, the world tension does continue to spike up. Capitulation still does something, it doesn't do nothing, and then annexation would spike it up. I think just occupy, take the resources and use them. Does that sound better?
That was the plan, but I thought I'd throw it out there as an option.
I mean, it is an option. It's just it depends on what our overall game plan is. If our overall game plan is still to mess with the Soviet Union, we probably shouldn't annex them.
Yeah, we
completely.
Want as little world tension as possible.
If we no longer care about that plan, or we're trying to make a new plan, then annexing them is not a problem, because then we'll get easy access to the oil, or the rubber, I mean.
Well, he's going to have access to the rubber right now. But you're right. Yeah. Right now, he would just have to occupy those states to make sure that stuff doesn't explode in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Why are these not part? Oh, because those are the Austrian divisions.
And I have no plans at the moment to even use the war goal on the UK. I don't want to get
No,
stuck
just
in that
keep it.
Singapore
You keep it
bullshit.
forever, right? There's no, or no, there
2
is a
years.
time limit. Oh, that's right.
That's fine.
But
Doesn't matter.
do you have
That's-
another way
I-
to get a war goal on the UK, don't you? Oh
I
no,
mean,
that's
there
the
are-
only one.
There'll be lots of ways, I'm sure, for us to
I mean,
get Japan
yeah, if-
involved in a war with the UK if when it comes down to it. It
Right.
won't be
It'll
hard.
sit there for
We're
2
trying
years.
to
It's
avoid
fine.
it. There's no reason for you to go to war with the UK alone if we're trying to stay at peace with the UK while we go after the Soviets.
Thing is, yeah, we just need to start the war with the Soviets before they can guarantee, basically. Because if we can do that, then there's no way they can get involved in the war until after we're finished. The only thing they can do is send volunteers, maybe, and Lend-Lease. And other than that, as long as we're very careful about who we attack, the Allies can't do anything. Because there's no way that us just declaring war will put world tension at 100%.
All right, modify government, but we didn't finish our infantry ones, did we? Not yet. So
It's
leave that.
another 69 days. We can just hold it until it's done and then switch to artillery in 68 days when
Yeah.
both of them are finished.
What do we want to do for the other two chiefs of staff? Erwin Rommel, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely because we're focusing on armor. I like logistics just because of that, but we could also pick up army regrouping or
I thought I already did that.
I think Rommel would be our next choice, and then logistics or regrouping depending on if we feel like. I don't feel like in Europe logistics is going to be a problem for us until we start pushing deep into Russia. So yeah, probably just grab regrouping so that our divisions regain organization faster.
All right,
Doc,
so our
what,
training army's doing well here.
Lane doctrine you guys normally take.
We're just gonna go down the mobile warfare. There's just so many reasons that it works well for Germany.
Yeah, for Germany, there's basically not an option, in my opinion, of switching off mobile warfare. For other countries, you actually do have options. Like the Soviet Union can, because there's stupid amounts of factors, can actually make pretty good use of superior firepower or mobile warfare, or even Grand Battle Plan. I'm actually a really big proponent of Grand Battle Plan just because the planning bonus is so useful. But at the end, the big deal about the end of mobile warfare is the potential to either A, make your troops like really, really good, or to just get a ton of free manpower percent from your population if your stuff's not going so well. I mean, you can get another 5% manpower really easily. On the other hand, I really do like the modern blitzkrieg.
Right. We've got, we definitely want to go down modern blitzkrieg because we can always switch back over to the desperate defense should we need it.
Yeah.
Because modern blitzkrieg is, although, geez, why would you ever switch away from all this extra organization? I guess if you really need that recruitable population.
It's also the huge breakthrough.
Yeah.
Bump at the bottom for tanks again. It's like another 20%. If you went on blitzkrieg earlier, you
guys
already
ready
got
to take war economy?
20%.
War
Yeah.
economy. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, just save up some political power for it.
I mean,
Good
with
call.
Germany,
We've got some right now, actually.
Germany, we've got political power. We could be like influencing a bunch more countries just for no reason other than because we could.
We're grabbing Romania.
5 more
hopefully.
days for the world tension spike.
Kind of like the idea of grabbing Turkey just because it might open another front, but it might be a little bit too late.
You mean
to try
flipping
and
them,
do that.
or because there is a Turkish puppet option?
Flipping them like via influencing.
Oh, you can
them
only
to-
puppet Turkey if you get the alliance with the USSR. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we'd have to, but I mean, I just meant like via like sending our dude there, and hey, you guys became fascist, and then, hey, Russia's next.
The
to you.
Pax
Join us.
Americana embraces Nanshin Run. All right, there's our air innovation. So we're going to. Okay, this is where we wanted strategic air effort rather than
Wait.
tactical.
Off Landon, did he not re-elect FDR?
He might have died, or maybe they didn't.
I mean, it's an option. You literally get to choose who you re-elect
Ah,
in the 1936 election
Gotcha.
as the U.S.
all right. War
Since-
economy.
Since I'm planning on being perpetually at war with Netherlands, we'll see whether or not the Russian player sends volunteers to them or not.
Okay, so I'm researching rocketry so that we can get to our research slot too.
Junkers.
No, I don't want to.
You
Yeah,
want
they
strategic
send-
air effort or tactical air effort? Junkers JU 88 and 87. We decided we weren't going to do tactical, right?
yes.
88 and 87 was for... Oh, those are CAS and tactical.
Yes. But the other one, I mean, we could just go for that, but we've already spent some time. The Soviets are influencing Turkey, so they are.
Although the tactical air effort is for CAS or tactical bombers. It's not for both. The strategic air effort is only for the strategic bombers.
Holy shit. Adam, Turkey's like got a lot of communist support.
Oh, crap.
They've been influencing them for a while.
Do we want to boost party popularity to counter it?
It
Is it too
might.
late?
I mean, they're at 37%. We might be able to catch up. Yeah, we might be able to catch up simply because of the fact that our percentage will be so low.
Yeah. If Italy helps, maybe we can make it work.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I don't know if Italy has the political power to necessarily do
I
that
don't have a
kind of
whole lot.
support. I kind of want to start researching weapons too.
We've got a 50% bonus
337
from
days.
maintenance company. Should we grab that?
I don't think we'll ever attach it to anything.
Weapons 2 is a whole year ahead of time. Let's wait one more tick
All right.
somewhere.
So I will grab the
Air
first.
doctrine. Let's do.
I'm
air
gonna grab-
doctrine.
No. I'm gonna grab the
No?
first artillery one just because it's so cheap and it's not ahead of time.
All right.
And that because for the one thing, unless you wanted to research anti-tank as well with it, there's no point in grabbing the artillery guy just for the interwar artillery, and then
You're right.
the artillery is still a year ahead of time after that, and we can plan for that afterwards.
Fair
and
enough.
then we can have time to grab the air doctrine because we'll be finishing rocketry and then getting an extra research slot team.
Let's
too, and I
grab
think
Rommel
we'll
next because
line
we
up.
need to keep getting.
Yeah,
that.
our armor
worked out.
needs to be punchy.
All right, so as soon as we finish the extra research slot, we jump down Vienna Award, Fadis Czechoslovakia, Danzig for Slovakia, and Befriend Poland, and then we want war with Russia. But before we do all that, we do anti-Comintern Pact, or does that give it away? That gives away the game, I think.
Yeah, because we have to research that. Basically, I think anti-Comintern Pact and then war with the USSR should be the last two things we do if possible. But we need to make sure that when we do anti-Comintern Pact, world tension isn't at like 24%, because that'll put it at 25. And if the Allies get a chance to guarantee Russia,
I don't think they can guarantee another faction, can they?
They can. Democracies can guarantee whoever they want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want that.
It's gonna be tight and rely on us planning very carefully. And for all I know, the U.S. might still be doing cheesy stuff where they with their huge amounts of political power that they can't really spend on anything after the first little while to just guarantee and then cancel it. Doesn't look like they've been doing that, but not for a while anyways. But yeah, let me check democracies just to make sure that I wasn't.
Yeah. No, you're right, Funk Flex.
Yeah, they can guarantee other ideologies.
I wish that the 50% bonus did not apply to the tank variants. That would be annoying. That would be less annoying. But production cost 12 versus production cost 13 is not really.
Okay, we're almost done support weapons too. So what do we want to grab after that?
That's a good question.
I feel like we're not really building CAS, so dive bombing doesn't feel useful to me, but we need to get through it to get to the better stuff.
I mean, we should be building CAS too.
Should, but we could also. It's a year ahead of time. It's too much.
We just need more of everything. What's so wrong with getting more of everything?
I like logistics companies. We don't need it.
How's the conquering of the Netherlands going?
Oh, I know what
Yeah,
we
it
can
seems
get.
to be going well.
This is a pretty easy thing. I'm just gonna pick up armored spearhead now.
Well, now we can stop trading with the Netherlands and start trading with Japan instead. Oops, did the wrong thing there. We got to do rubber, Japan.
So, since we both started influencing, the Communist Party's influence has dropped by 8 percentage point.
Romania is
And our
no longer
super's
giving
5%.
us a lot of oil. Why did that happen?
They're probably not very happy with us.
They're just selling it to a lot of other people, I guess. Our trade
mean,
influence
just
is...
let
Oh,
them-
yeah, our trade influence is just lower than everybody else. Okay, well, let's stop trading with the Romanians and start trading with Japan, because Japan is exporting some oil now.
The annoying thing about this is the country we have the highest trade influence with for oil is, you guessed it, the people we don't want to trade with, the Soviet Union. And
Let's
then
improve
Romania
our
is just,
relationship
like,
with
really low.
Romania. That'll help.
I'm getting my oil from Venezuela. I'm getting my aluminum from you guys.
We're sending you some factories for your oil that you just took from the Netherlands.
Zuriba. What else do we need to do?
Oh, you're going to get a little bit more when you go south there. Perfect. Once you get that, we'll send you another civilian factory, I think. We've almost got 3 lines of civilian factories pumping stuff out.
Yeah, soon.
What's
about to finish
our...
too,
we got 1
actually.
million men in the field.
Got 500.
So we
manpower
don't want
left.
these motorized divisions you were thinking? We
I
only
mean,
want tanks?
The thing, I don't know if I like pure motorized divisions as an idea. They're definitely fast. The only kind of like pure, I like pure mechanized simply because they have hardness and they're actually defensible.
I mean,
But pure
motorized and
motorized
light
is-
tanks go well together because they both
Yes.
have the 12 or 14 speed or whatever it is.
Yes, they do. That's the
So
only reason I feel like motorized are useful
limitation.
because, yeah, they're fast, but they take the same losses as regular infantry and they require a whole nother set of factories to produce them. In addition to the fact that a lot of the best support companies need them, like logistics, first aid, and if you build them, signal companies need motorized units just to exist. So I think they're useful if we're going to go for the light tank route. Like, if we'll actually bother to research leopards and keep them upgraded just for like little sneaky breakthroughs and stuff, which is Germany works out pretty well, but I don't know if it's, super necessary.
Excellent. We got our MPs.
We need.
Should we get anti-tank, do you think?
I mean, if
You were
we
talking
keep
about
our-
getting weapons too. It's now less than a year ahead of time.
Yeah.
We're so
We
low on
sh-
infantry weapons, though. Switching to a new set of infantry weapons is going to be even slower.
Yeah. There is that
Do
too.
we want
but
paratroopers? I've never effectively used them.
I think they're only good for like surprise attacks, and the problem is you can only really use them very well.
Or if you can't get naval superiority.
Yeah, but we're Germany.
Good for taking a bunch of islands. I don't know about for Germany. They're good if you can push through, like get behind their lines and then kind of trap guys.
Like the countries we're planning on
Situation.
taking, we're just planning on taking out the Soviet Union because it's going to be basically impossible for like a long time at this game without Japan cells basically to do anything about Britain. Because we haven't been focusing on that, we haven't been doing anything towards that, so it's going to be really hard for us as Germany to do anything about the United Kingdom. Other than
Oh
just,
god,
like,
they're going to use that shit because I didn't say it was against the rules.
Rip. Goodbye, Venezuela.
Look at that world tension, though.
Look at that is true, I guess.
Eat it,
Alright,
allies.
we still gotta...
Oh yeah, we can basically do like every focus now to get all the free territory in the world,
Yeah, we can.
and not worry about hitting 25% just because of that.
They just completely sewered their own world tension.
Mm-hmm. All right, we still need research.
Yeah.
I take Yugoslavia now. Is that alright?
You think dispersed
Yeah.
industry? We're quite ahead of time.
297 days isn't bad though, and it is a factory output percentage increase. The
Yeah.
other thing that I would like is the efficiency cap increase, because that would lead for the same thing. It's just more increase.
Let's
but
look at doing
both
that
those
on
are
the
good.
next one because we'll be 77 days closer. All right,
Yeah.
we
Bridget.
are... Yes.
Did you see that? Yeah.
What?
Did you see what happened, right?
The Venezuelan declaration?
Yeah,
Yeah,
minus
and-
14% for that. I'm like, what?
Well, right, because the
Mhm.
United
I loved
States
it.
always lowers world tension when they declare.
Yep.
What?
That's always the case. I don't think anything I did in my mod changed that.
Since when?
It's not this much.
14%? I've never seen that happen. Never seen that much.
Well, I'm
40%
not,
is a lot.
I didn't change war declaration tension at all. I didn't touch it.
All right.
So that's how it works. Seriously?
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's always lowered it. It's just that the world tension's usually
Oh.
so high that you don't really notice
You don't
it.
really notice how much.
When democracies declare war, all democracies, not just the USA, it lowers world tension. It's just usually
The
democracies aren't
modifier
going around
specifically,
declaring war.
the modifier specifically is -1 on democracies, meaning when they declare war, it just inverts the normal declare war number. But
Holy
that
shit.
normal declare war number is like 10. So why would it go to 14? I'm not sure.
All we know is that Adam didn't mess with it. So if it's a math problem, it's on Paradox's end. It's something we need to look into. But
So, like I said, the only tension things I changed is volunteers, annexing, and capitulation. I did nothing with declare war.
But I just want to thank you guys for
Wait a
doing
minute,
that
you declared
because-
war with was it a puppet focus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppet
That
focus.
I don't know what that is by default, but it might also increase
Yeah,
or decrease. I'm not sure.
The war goal type might, I think it does actually affect how much world tension is generated, so that probably explains it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I assume
A
you
lot
did
of-
that
a
though
lot
to
of
change your economy.
a lot of democracy players,
And now you screwed your faction.
a lot of democracy players don't know that. But if you're a democracy, and you actually declare an offensive war. Goodbye world tension. Just usually it's at like 100% because the AI goes.
You're
crazy.
right. Normally, nobody notices that it's -14% because it was already at 80%. Because who cares?
Yeah, or you're at like well over 100 because Germany has been going crazy. Stuff's been
So
crazy.
making a note to look into it, though, eh?
Yeah, I can certainly adjust it as needed in the future. Like I said, right now it's -1. We could make it -0.5 so that it does -7 in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Go back to the comic club.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm surprised. I didn't realize that. I don't know if that's abnormal. I guess I'd have to run a vanilla test to see if 14 is abnormal, because maybe there is something in the changes that I've made.
From it.
Okay. And it could be that the invert of the scale, like, you know how world tension in 1936 is 100%, but in 1948, if you generate the same exact thing, it's actually 25%?
That is
Oh,
honestly
yeah.
hilarious. So we're in like such a good position now just because of that.
Oh yeah,
Perhaps,
for
yeah.
sure. And I mean, we do have us versus all of them. So this
Literally
I'll take
after
it.
all the USA's effort to raise the world tension, and then they just like undo it in.
I mean,
the
look how
blink
many
of an
guarantees
eye.
they can still revoke, though. They've
No,
got
they
like
can-
10 there.
They can still raise it again, but the fact is, they just undid like a lot.
All right, so with that having been
We-
said,
we
I think
gotta-
our target date to invade the Soviet Union is hopefully spring of next year, spring of 39. Do you think we can do it? Is that going to be enough time? We'd have to go all the way down.
Hey, their officers' purge penalty will not be totally removed until the 22nd of February, 1941. The sooner
Really?
we can invade Russia,
Ah.
the thing is, I really do want to try and catch Russia in like an offensive war against us, but it's impossible to know if they're going to bother going for the Finland gambit or not. And it's also really hard to get Finland to join the Axis before that, unless you're
Yeah, you
playing
know
it
what?
the
Why don't
entire
we
game. If
work
you
on
do,
that?
then
Improve
you-
relations and boost party popularity, because we're just swimming in political power anyway.
Because I mean, if we can get Finland in the Axis, and we get Romania in the Axis, and we can somehow get Poland in the Axis, then Russia has no real expansion options other than to attack someone who's hopefully like positively aligned enough with us to just like, hey, we want to join your faction because Russia's beating up on us, and then we get in the war really easily. Because I really don't like giving Russia the fact that they're in a defensive war.
All right, so after the research slot, we're gonna ride down the the Vienna Awards.
Yeah, I think that's really good, especially now that we've
what
got
you were
all
talking
that
about
stuff
before.
going.
We have the ability to demand Slovenia and then
Yeah,
the
ba-
Ljubljana Award, which gives some of Yugoslavia goes to Italy, some goes to Hungary, and some goes to Bulgaria, I think.
Yep.
And then the
Wait.
fate of Yugoslavia, I don't remember if that's just if the only options we get are just demand everything as Germany or something like that.
Yep.
I can actually look it up in the game files. Why don't I do that while we got nothing going on?
The problem is, if we go all the way down that, the fate of Greece actually has a pretty good chance of refusing that, even if you have a huge army on their border. And the option is like either they join the Axis peacefully, which sometimes they do, or they say "fuck you, Axis," and then they're like, and then we end up in a war with the Allies. So maybe we don't pick up fate of Greece if we go all the way down there.
Yeah, let me just see what the fate of Yugoslavia
is pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's full annexation.
I already put the claim on Yugoslavia with the one.
Yeah, I think Italy's just gonna invade it, which is
just
fine.
gonna take it. All right, screw it.
Because I mean, there's so little.
I've always wanted to find out like what would happen if you played a multiplayer game and just took everything peacefully, and then you just literally had all of Eastern Europe under your thumb before the Allies could even guarantee. I just wanted that to be an option.
It is kind of an option simply because of that minus world tension, like. But peacefully is.
When we do the fate of Czechoslovakia, which will be soon, we can take all of Czechoslovakia, because normally it's a bunch of extra world tension to do so, rather than create the puppet.
Yep. And then we can pick up...
We've got a decent number of fighters now. BF-109's at 600. It's not awful.
Yeah, I'm just not deploying them because I'm lazy.
No, it's fine. We don't need them deployed at the moment.
It's extra manpower at our pool because it doesn't tabulate the amount of manpower we have to spend on it.
Put them in wings of 50, by the way. They're more effective. That's the minimum we can do.
I mean, when you get aces, they are. Before aces, 100 is like...
No, even if you ignore aces, I believe it's still more effective. All right, we're doing 8 oil from Japan. Can we get 16? Not quite. Let's do that. See, where does that leave us?
It's interesting if that's true that wings of 50 is more effective because there's no... I haven't
Somebody did the math and found that if you do wings of 3, it is twice as effective as wings of 100.
Like 3 planes?
3 planes, and it scales down from 100 to essentially 3-ish or really low. He didn't go any smaller than 3 because he's making like 33 wings of 3. Oh, you know what? I haven't looked at our damn training army in forever. We gotta stop these guys training. They're using up all our equipment to no avail except a little bit of...
Yeah, we're like super in the hole on infantry equipment.
Yeah, we actually have a ton of infantry armies. I'm gonna stop producing infantry armies so that we can produce more tank armies, because I think that's what's holding us up as light tanks, actually, damn it. It's light tanks that are holding us.
Picking up a bunch more military factories and paying better attention to that now. We're almost at 3 full production lines of that. Also, thank God we got to war economy before that happened.
Right? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like,
England got off, though. They got to partial, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
France is still on early, which makes sense. The United States is on partial now because they broke that fucking rule. I mean, I didn't make it, but it's still stupid. They should be way, way farther in the hole.
Still pretty in the hole in terms of factories required because of the Great Depression, but
yeah.
Nowhere near as much in the hole as it would be if they were stuck on undisturbed isolation.
All right.
Still.
Well, Japan, you are able to go to war with China with abandon at the moment because of that world tension thing.
Yeah, there's basically nothing anyone can do to stop. Like,
so we can send volunteers, and we have a lot more to send this time, and we can also send some lend-lease. What do we have extra of? Artillery?
The only thing we're actually producing a surplus of is motorized, but we're trying to keep that so we can add stuff. Like, we're not producing a surplus of artillery right now. We're actually at a daily deficit of artillery.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Artillery is the only thing that I'm currently behind on in terms of production. Everything else is good.
Yeah.
All right, we can start... I'm going to cancel a lot of these... civilian things here. So we can start looking more into military.
Yeah, it's probably about that time. I say we can let the two that are working on finish and cancel everything else.
No,
if
no, no.
we need to
Yeah,
add
we
more
should
in
just.
return.
I'm saying we leave the every other thing for the next couple of situations,
Oh.
just like it is. Oh, what happened to the other one? Did you delete another one?
I deleted one, yeah, but it's okay.
I'll
'cause
put
it's
one
a
back.
sync. Misunderstood what you wanted to do.
All right, so there.
It's our research slot. What?
Argentine Republic declared war on Argentina. What the hell just happened?
It's a coup.
But who?
America.
Revolutions. They cooed things on purpose.
American-sponsored coups.
What was the purpose? Wait a minute. I thought we said there weren't supposed to be any coups.
You did. Yes.
I thought it was against players, but I think that was in the first rules. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't.
You're right.
I don't
It was
recall that
against
being part of the
And,
rules.
and I don't. You just said there wasn't supposed to be any coups. It was never clarified
Right.
that it wasn't supposed to be against AI or that it wasn't supposed to be against players. It was just no coups.
The
which,
reason to,
in my mind, means don't do it. But
the reason that you don't allow coups is because of the peace deals that get really screwy. Because like you'll be fighting if you declare war on a civil war, then you can get completely screwed over when the civil war ends and all the territory that you occupy just goes to the winner or something ridiculous. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why he was cooing things. I mean, if he
Probably,
was, that was a huge drain on his.
I'm pretty sure the reason he did it is because it raises world.
Wait a minute. There's a 3-way race in Turkey now?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Everyone's just trying to keep it out of the Axis's control.
All right, I'm now in favor of a workhorse for the next pick because now we're pretty low on our political power because I'm also trying to flip Finland.
I'm boosting Turkey now as well.
I mean, statistically, if all three members of the Axis are boosting Turkey, there is literally nothing the Allies can do except slow it down. Even if both of them are doing it, like,
all right,
even if the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union was doing it, it still ends up in our favor because we have 3 people working on our side. What do we want here?
Maintenance company for our tanks, or what else do we got in the industry? Advanced machine tools is less than 300 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. That's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah,
Italy can probably take all of Yugoslavia right now in a war. As long as we don't send volunteers, I don't think it's going to go over.
100% the reason the U.S. started doing coups is to re-raise that world tension.
Oh, because now they're sending volunteers to fuck with the world tension. God damn it.
Yep. I'm getting us artillery, too, as well as infantry weapons, too.
All right. Planes and reserves, who cares? Medium tank, we know. Unfulfilled import requests. Japan, why you no like us?
What am I doing wrong?
Did you lose oil?
No.
You're exporting less than you were.
Maybe I'm using it.
Did you? Oh, did you have resistance in those provinces? No.
No, resistance is good.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know why we were getting 16, but now we're getting 14. So anyway, what's our situation? Where's the oil cutoff point? The oil cutoff point is our close air support and our strategic bombers.
We could cancel strategic bombers, I think. I feel like the factory investment is not really worth it at this point. At this point, we should probably focus on the close air support and fighters and put the factories in the strategic bombers into something else.
Am I good with the Albania occupation?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? 2% or something? It's not that bad.
It just, I mean,
but think about it here. If you do that, you might not be able to annex Yugoslavia without pushing it over 25.
Sure. And I'll just wait.
Although, why'd it go up to 12? Oh, because you're justifying on Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
But that was a justify on a claim, so it's going to be less.
So I can do the befriend Bulgaria, and then after that, then I can join the Axis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're 20 days off computing machine. At that point, I kind of want to grab decryption, but we could also grab
So
We haven't
let's
put any field hospitals out, but
see,
getting field
140.
hospital 2 up would be nice, but it's still ahead of time.
Yeah, in fact, what is Field Hospital 2 going to require? It's going to require, or field hospitals themselves is going to require mostly
Motorized.
support equipment. We have enough motorized for it.
Like I said, we could cut. I don't know if you want to, but we could cut the strategic bomber deployment. Take all those factories and put them into.
There's only
basically-
one factory in the strategic bomber.
Oh well, then we're building what, one strategic bomber a year?
Per month.
I guess that's not that bad, but we're gonna lose all those quickly.
Actually, we're going to start building more if we get the rubber.
Mm-hmm.
And we can import a lot of it from Japan and just pass off our factories to them.
We can. That's true. It's tough. Soviet Union's probably not gonna focus on air.
Why is it
Too
saying...
much.
Oh. Now we have a surplus. What did I do wrong? I'm an idiot. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so now we're getting 2 strategic bombers a month. Which we can use on, like, Moscow. So that its defenses are reduced when we get there, because he's probably going to play Fortify.
So again, people don't like NKVD primacy.
No, yeah, he's going military reorganization. He's going to try... What is he going to do with
That
lessons of war?
reinforce rate is so, he can't get it until he declares an offensive war.
I know, but
And
where is he
it-
going to try and declare an offensive war? You know he is.
Finland. It's the easiest one. It's the one that's hardest for the Axis to stop. It doesn't really get him that much because Finland has like a whole lot of nothing, but it's a really easy way to get rid of the officer's purge penalty for like almost no risk.
We
If
can
he's
send
really
volunteers to
interested-
Finland and make it a little harder for him, can't we?
We can make it a little harder.
Just send a
If
bunch
he-
of infantry.
If you wanted to do a risky war, it's risky only because of the organization penalty he'll have while he's doing it. He could do Romania early. Like I said, it's risky because Romania actually has troops that can beat Russian troops with that organization penalty. But if Romania is not like allied with anyone, it's pretty easy to do.
All right, let's
course.
do... Here's what we do. We do encryption right now to hide
Yes.
what we're doing from them. Because after the first Vienna War and the fate of Czechoslovakia, we're going to do Danzig for Slovakia, and that's the first clue they're going to get that we're coming for them through Poland without having the Allies at our back.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
You know what we're also going to need? We're going to need a template. Here we go. We're going to need a coastal defense template that doesn't use quite as much support equipment and stuff like we do with the military hospital. So I'm going to reappropriate this and give it the dig in function here and maybe take off a little bit of manpower.
Sounds good, yeah, because we will need that to defend our northern coast against England or Russia doing anything.
Yeah, maybe give him back
What's
one
Finland
infantry.
doing?
Oh yeah, let's just give him 1 artillery or support artillery. It's more efficient to give him a full artillery, and we aren't going to have that many of them. Okay,
Finally
this
took
looks
that
like
last
a good one.
Venezuelan support
Okay,
in Sumatra. That took forever.
so I'm going to
AI
start
Netherlands
training
actually sent
coastal
over a ton of
defense,
divisions.
Sounds good.
and I'm going to start training occupation squads. All right, coastal defense will go up here. Occupation squads will go in Berlin. We're going to want that coastal defense just in case the Allies do find a way to get in the war. We want all our ports covered. And ideally, we want also Denmark in our control when that happens.
Yes.
Befriend Denmark is an option, right? If we choose one of the Plan Z, we can befriend Denmark.
It takes a long time to get down there.
It does.
But the only benefit of that is it also lets us befriend the Netherlands and Norway and Sweden, really, too.
Yeah.
Those take like a long time. That's more like a focus thing. So we want faded
There's the
Czechoslovakia
first Vienna Award, which
now. Good pop for you.
I didn't see it.
The event. I grabbed started.
Yeah,
faded
the event
Czechoslovakia.
didn't pop up yet.
I think. Weird. Didn't pop up for me, so.
Oh, Hungary gets it. That's right. Those are automatic. You don't choose. Hungary
yeah,
gets
right.
event first Vienna award.
Yeah, because we have Vienna, so. All this.
So yeah, they already grabbed a little tiny bit. Southern Slovakia already went to Hungary.
Yep.
What time is it here? It's 9:25. We got another half hour. All right. We should be going at speed 4, but I guess the Allies are doing some weird stuff in Mexico, so we'll let them do weird stuff in Mexico.
Fighting a war, and Russia's volunteering over there to train their troops.
Fair enough.
They might be onto us. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Oh.
Alright, new tanks should deploy in Berlin and join this army here. We're still haven't... Oh, no, there we go. We did get a few more tanks to join. So we've got 7 tank divisions now, finally. We're still short on light tanks because our production is so low.
Yeah, I'm reorganizing because it was misorganizing itself.
What's our civilian constructions?
We've got...
Alright, let's start spreading it out so we've got 2 military, then 1 civilian, then 2 military, then 1 civilian kind of a thing going on here.
Yep, I'll get on that.
Alright. And where are we? Advanced machine tools is coming up, and dispersed infantry is coming up in the next 200 days. Infantry equipment 2 is coming. Our equipment needs are filled. So I'm going to send a little bit over to Japan. How are you doing on infantry equipment, Japan?
Let's see. I am plus 18k, so quite good.
Oh, geez, never mind then.
A lot.
We'll hold on to ours.
Want me to join the Axis or hold off for a while?
Well, the only we don't want you to do it until there's a reason, because it'll drive up world tension.
Oh yeah, it does a little bit.
Oh, there, that drove up world tension a little bit, 2.5%. That's probably what their goal was with those.
Their goal is to try and make up for all the percentage they lost. Mexico's going to be the big increase because Argentina's like a tiny little nothing country, basically.
American war on Venezuela is still raging. But they've never taken it. So they're at war with Venezuela, but they've never taken it. When do we get to invite Venezuela to the Axis? I mean, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. But until we're actually at war with them. But if they just never conquer Venezuela...
It's minus 16 is the reasons why they won't join us.
I mean, we could make them want to. We could
if we wanted to.
Yeah.
The USA can just join the Allies at any time, which... they obviously do if we did, so.
All right.
Not much we can do about that.
Hopefully, all right, where's Romania sitting here? Romania's pretty close. Their next election is this December of 41. That's pretty far away. Whereas Turkey is February 1939.
I mean...
Damn it, we're going to be just short, I think, in that. Even with the 3 of us. We're right now behind by 6%. If only we'd noticed sooner.
That's still pretty good.
Actually, I think we have them.
You think we're going to catch them?
Yep.
We're going to at least catch them. The problem is if it's going to be more than the non-aligned.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it?
Because that's the big deal. If neither of us has more percentage than the non-aligned, then the AI has like an 80% chance of not choosing who we want them to elect. It is still an option that the AI would choose the fascist or the communist leader, but they're heavily incentivized to just pick whoever has the highest chance.
Yes.
So the real big deal is but the fact is as we gain popularity, the only thing that can drop is democratic and non-aligned ideology. So it is possible that we'll probably catch up to the Soviets, Well, we will get ahead.
Let's grab Silent Workhorse here.
Yes.
That improves it a lot.
Another 15%, 65% increased political power.
Next should be the final military high command, the Chief of Air Force, and maybe the Chief of Army or something. We want to grab... We're getting improved artillery and improved equipment.
Okay, so it's going to take us a couple... I think we should wait for encryption to do before we pick up the next national focus, because our national focus is going to finish like 5 or 6 days before our encryption finishes.
Good call. Just to make sure. What's the Soviets on? Improve railway network. They're finally starting to go down that track.
Mm-hmm. He was just getting ready to finish the lessons of war, I imagine. And also because probably wants to get to anti-fascist diplomacy quickly. Looks like they went down positive heroism.
They did. I saw them getting the extra research slot earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know if there's a penalty for founding and then disbanding a faction? Because I could get 150 political power and 5% national unity for founding a faction, and I figure I could just found it, disband it, join Axis.
Yeah, there's no penalty that I know of.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to get to the Axis, like the land doctrine and armor technology thing that's gated by Axis leanings. Actually, I think I'd probably still prefer that. But just wondering.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worthwhile, honestly. You wouldn't be able to get... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you'd miss out on by not picking that up.
All right, so Italy's going for Yugoslavia in September. We're about to get Czechoslovakia. The world tension's going to start getting crazy here.
The big deal is if we can just get... If we can get a big enough alliance set up and get all of our stuff, all of our pawns in position. Like,
What other changes? We've still got 73 Army experience. Is there anything else we want to do? So I added a field hospital to our infantry division. Do we want to add a recon company?
It helps.
Plus defense, plus breakthrough, lower organization. The plus recon, obviously, is the main piece there.
Yeah.
What does that cost us? That cost us 5,000 infantry equipment and 1,300 support equipment, which we just don't have. We can't afford it right now.
We don't have.
We're behind by
the support
3,000 support equipment. I've got a couple of factories lined up on support equipment. But I really want those factories to be lined up on medium tanks. We're behind on tungsten. Let's go to Sweden for tungsten. A little bit more tungsten on Sweden there.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
All right, where's our medium tanks? We've got 219. If we change our panzer divisions to add 1 medium tank division and 1 more motorized infantry to help counterbalance and increase the organization a little bit, what do we get? We need 450 medium tanks to fill. Okay, here we go. Set up Slovakia as a puppet state. We should do that because we're going to give that to... We're going to give Slovakia to them in Danzig for Slovakia.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so I've started on the war with China focus.
Excellent. All right, so France joining the Allies drove up world tension? Oh, the Fate of Czechoslovakia event drove up world tension.
Yeah, because and also
and
France
the Chinese border incident.
So
there's the encryption.
So we can pick that now.
So hopefully now, you know what else we should do is cozy up with Poland a little bit while this is going. Let's improve relations with them.
I'm kind of tempted to research Panzer IVs.
This might be a good time for
293 days. 293 days. Like,
an
that's
excellent
really
idea.
good.
When we get to Panzer IVs and we finish that research, we should research Jagdpanzers and Hummels and start considering those in places as well.
Like I mean, it is a 2-year ahead technology, but it's less than a year in research time, so we're literally not spending any.
Right, because we get the 50% bonus. Okay. We've got one big army of 90 divisions. And I want to hide it, actually. I don't want them to see where it is on the borders.
Nobody should be able to see anything on our borders except for... Like, Poland doesn't give them any information. It's just France, really, and we've only got, like, a very tiny...
Poland doesn't give them any information?
Poland,
so I guess putting it on the Polish border is a... makes the most sense then.
Like, way to think about that is
Still short on tungsten. Jesus.
yeah, tungsten's really expensive.
So I saw a bunch of British ships come into the Straits of Malacca near Singapore, which I assume is a defensive move. They did this a while ago. But there's always the thought that they may try something in the Pacific once tension gets high enough and they're able to bend the game
Yeah,
mechanics.
tension's actually is at 24%
Oh,
right
jeez,
now.
how did it get up there? They're justifying on Romania because it went over 20. That's how it got up there. So at this point, if you go to your war with China now,
We can invite Venezuela to our faction, but let's not do that.
When you go to war with China, it no longer makes sense for us to not send volunteers to you.
Yes.
We should definitely do that to try and help you out.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing we should do.
How much volunteers can we send?
Won't know until he declares
7.
war.
He's already at war, actually, with Netherlands still. So we can send 7.
Yes.
What should we send? Just infantry, or should we throw, I don't know.
Armor for sure, I have none.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can send armor.
Japan has, like, lots of really good infantry, so it's not, like,
I'm going to leave 1 armored division behind then, and we'll send over Manstein. So you're researching war with China, so we'll wait to send that over for a moment. And I wish we had more artillery. We could put artillery in it with our line infantry. That's really valuable.
I mean, we could cut our civilian factory production way back for a little bit, just to get a bunch of military factories out.
Here's what we do. We leave them where they are, but we'll just lower the number of civilian factories to like 2 on all of these branches.
Okay. I can do that then. Oh,
in fact, I'll trail it down to 1 on the last couple. Now we've got 3 full lines plus 1 more line working on these.
The thing is, Romania's got a pretty good opinion of us. And if Italy can get Romania to, like, be friendly with them and Italy joins the Axis, they'll probably ask Italy to join the Axis. So we could still potentially get into a position to be ready for this when the Soviet Union declares war on them.
Declares on Romania?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
could still be in a position to do something.
Hungary will probably join us soon enough. They're still fascist. We can invite to faction. Yes, thank you. Go away.
It's never going to go away.
We're low on oil. What's that hurting? Is that hurting our tanks? No.
Yes.
That's hurting only our convoys, which is
Right.
fine. Do we want our dockyards to produce like subs and stuff? Do we want to try for that?
I don't think we have the oil to do it, really.
Just
really
ignore
don't.
the whole naval Atlantic battle. Right, we're not supposed to be dealing with that anyway, based on our hope here.
Yeah, our whole plan is to try to not have to deal with that. So
yeah,
like,
hang on.
At this point, we're too far behind to worry about like all that shipping harassment because we're not even we're trying to avoid fighting France.
Where in the tree do the UK get to go to war with us? Way at the bottom of the encouraged colonial elite is war with Japan, and if we're in a faction, then that would be all of us.
The
Way
war
at
with
the
Germany
bottom of the
one
Mediterranean bastion
is at the bottom left.
Oh, I see it now. Embargo
defense,
Germany.
And it has to be after December 31st, 1939.
I hate the gated stuff there. That's really weird. Okay. Next research. Probably fighters.
Yes. Fighters is probably
Let's
the
get at
most
Focke-Wulf 109s. We're so far ahead though. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a research air innovations would have given us.
Hold on. Wait. There's a thing. We'll spend some time. We'll get Field Hospital too, so that we get better benefit out of that.
Yeah.
Because it's 146 days, and by the time we're done researching that, something else will be done, and we'll probably be able to pick up the air research time to improve how fast we'll get that.
We should also try to get Recon Company too. Where do we have recon companies? Are Panzer divisions? Panzer divisions have them.
Yeah, we can pick that up when Dispersed Industry 3 finishes, I think, because we're also researching everything else. I should probably pick up Construction 3 just because it's 62 days.
Oh, we just got over 25%.
It's paused too.
It's probably because it's almost 10, or nope, that's not it. It's still 20 minutes away.
Something's probably happening. Russia paused.
I'm guessing they had a bug with the peace deal. Maybe they didn't intend to wipe peace. Maybe they wanted to take it over.
Wait, who white peace?
Or not. USA, white peace, Venezuela.
Yeah.
They probably didn't care. They were just, oh, that's where they fucking made the peace deal. Creative. I feel like we're eating out cheese here.
Out cheesed, huh?
I mean,
That'll be the
I
name of
just-
the episode. Out
I
cheesed.
just want to fucking coup Russia just to mess with them at this point. I don't even care.
So what is his current penalty with the purge here? He's got 30% division organization and then 666 on his doctrines.
Yeah, he's gonna be way behind on his doctrines compared to us. Speaking
We
of
hope.
which, no, it's pretty much for sure that he's behind.
What's our next doctrine? Schwerpunkt. And
Yes,
then
it's-
Blitzkrieg. Let's go down those soon. We're really gearing up for it. The next minister should be a
So wait, what?
Army Logistics? Or
So we're
Army
grabbing
Recruiting?
Danzig for Slovakia. We want to grab defend Poland immediately after that.
I
Or
believe
could we
so.
grab Army Innovations? Okay, so we'll grab defend Poland, and then I would like to get Army Innovations 2, just for the land doctrine research bonus, but we might not have the time for that. And we do need to get air innovations so that we can research planes faster. Although it actually doesn't give anything for that, so never mind. We're just gonna have to eat that. Yeah, we're just gonna have to eat that airplane.
I think so. We're just going to be behind it. Because we're not fighting the Allies anyway. The Red Air Force is nothing. We'll be able to crush it, I'm sure. I hope.
Probably,
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, we've been building a pretty good. We got a pretty substantial amount of planes. I feel. We have 2,643 total planes, and our estimates on Russia puts them at 1,400 maximum. So we have like 1,000 planes on them, and we're not even ready to do anything yet. So
Okay. And we're gearing up our planes right now. Our close air support is coming up. Our fighters will come up next. As soon as the strat bomb... I want having these... I want these... What do we got for strat bombers anyway? We've got
96th edition.
44 of them.
If Poland takes this trade, and I'm gonna click defend Poland.
Yes. Boom. Some new factories. How many we get? We got 1 civilian, 2 military, and a dockyard.
Mm-hmm.
We have exiled divisions. Oops.
Won't be exiled for long. They'll fix themselves. Well, now they know. If they
Holy
didn't
shit,
know
that's a lot of
before.
Chinese divisions
What
on their
happened?
border.
Well, are you about to declare? We'll send over Guderian or Manstein.
I'm certainly thinking about it. Everyone's ready. Looks
know
like
our-
everyone's in position. Just a moment.
What? The Romania leader portrait is the best. Don't be judging. Like a James Bond villain from fucking.
I'm going to send over this right now. Hopefully... Oh, God, dude.
What's happening?
You have to declare on China before they guarantee them.
Oh shit, good point.
Let's. Yeah, you. They haven't done it yet, but I'd rather you be at the war. Hopefully
All
they
right,
can't.
sending volunteers now. Manstein is on the way. So they will be there until we have to go to war with the Soviets.
What is our airbase capacity? We really need to get Poland or someone.
7 volunteers, pretty good.
We really
Italy,
need.
you sending any?
He's
Yeah,
in a
He's
war with
still
Yugoslavia.
finishing
He
Yugoslavia.
can't.
And I assume Yugoslavia has some enemy volunteers in there.
Yeah, they got some Russians in there. I'm pushing them back.
He's.
What are we short on?
Taking
Still
over-
support
taking-
equipment. Jesus.
Yeah, you should probably just like pump that up. I think because that's even though our tanks are a bottleneck too.
The tanks need support equipment too, though.
Yeah.
All right, what's our... We have a decent number of light tanks. I think I can add now a medium panzer tank to our divisions and 1 more motorized infantry. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, we have almost enough mediums to make this work, so we're going to make that work. That will fix itself very shortly.
Support equipment is really the thing that I'm worried about. It's going to make our stuff super efficient. We're about to finish dispersed industry, though, which is going to help with our production efficiency. Also, I forgot there's actually going to be much less of a penalty for switching our... So we wanted recon, right? Was the one you wanted?
I think so. That's going to help us
it's
more.
It's just another
Keep
flat
the leadership
upgrade.
advantage, yeah.
It doesn't actually increase the amount of stuff that we need
To
it
build,
Just makes it better,
yeah.
So
Did we get artillery 2? Should we switch over to that? Yeah, we should.
Artillery 2 is done. And because of our... Oh, we can invite Bulgaria to our faction. Should I do
Communist China just took Shanxi.
that?
That's
I
interesting.
invite Bulgaria to our faction?
So China hasn't formed the... Oh, they get individual... Oh, there it goes. It's popping now. Okay.
It takes a little
So
while.
I could use you guys on the northern front.
Against PRC?
Did we have any plans
I'm not at war with
to
PRC.
Oh, okay.
invade Bulgaria or anything? Because they want in on the Axis.
Bulgaria
And it's
wants
at
to
40
join?
It's at 40% world tension, so like shit's basically... The funny thing about this is that France is going to be at war with Russia when Russia declares war on Romania. Because they declared they independence. They guaranteed Romania, which is funny.
All right, I'm going to bring my tanks down to... Actually, why are... Oh, geez, our tanks are really green, huh?
Some of them, probably because we've been replacing their equipment. Not all of them should be.
I'm going to give them a few days, maybe a week to plan, and then I'm going to send them in. Actually, you know what? I probably don't need to do that, but they're green. Oh, I hate that.
They plan really fast.
They do plan fast. We'll
So
see.
you might as well just give them the week. It's just going to be an extra 10-20% combat bonus. So I think that's probably better than just like throwing them straight in there.
All right. Do we want army logistics to reduce attrition, or do we want army regrouping to reduce increase recovery rate?
Well, here's the thing. We're fighting in China right now. Logistics in China are horrendous. Even for the
Attrition?
small number of... Yeah, attrition for now, and also it'll help us when we start moving into Eastern Europe. And
All right.
Soviet
Next, we
Union.
should change over our army chief of staff. We can get plus 8% organization.
Yes. I like attack, too.
Or
because we're very
army
offensive.
offense. Yeah, all divisions get plus 10%. Damn, that's
Potential
crazy.
gorgeous pocket right there. You see all those Soviet armored divisions in North China?
I do. Let's see, where are all my divisions? There they are. I'm going to sneak them around here. I'm going to snake these. These are just going to hold the spot there.
So again, Bulgaria invite? Yes, no, maybe?
Let's keep it on the burner for now. There's no reason to...
We're at 40% world tension already.
That's true.
Is Russia guaranteed? That's the big deal here. Because if it's guaranteed, we have to basically get them to pull us into a war. Or not. They could be at any time.
Are you keeping the
no,
northern
I screwed
section?
up with my micro.
Are you
and just...
keeping the northern section busy? Just don't let them retreat?
Oh, yeah. I screwed up with my micro and just lost 5 Marine divisions.
Oh, no!
Or 4. Yeah, 5. God damn it. That was bad.
Yeah. Someone's not playing China here, thank God.
No, someone is playing China.
Oh, that's probably why you lost them. Forgot about that.
Infantry
someone's
equipment
playing.
2, you want to take care of that?
Yes, I will switch us over to that.
Switch
and
over
then we'll-
one of the lines, the newest line, and then we'll switch over the other one.
So the one with the one with the least, okay. We only go down to like 42.2% production. I think it's worthwhile to switch it because we're not.
Come on, less than a day, we might cut them all off. Look how many divisions are in there.
Yeah,
You need to patrol that if you're not already in the Navy there.
Adam, we have 51.5k infantry equipment. I think I could afford to switch our lines to.
Okay,
both
yeah,
lines
fair
to
enough.
both
Switch them both over then. What's the next tech?
It's two texts
1940
I have to
infantry
figure
stuff.
out. Yes, I think so.
315 days, but we'll take it. Oh, we got the pocket. Look at that. Beautiful. 36 divisions. That'll make up for the 5.
Go
Oh,
on.
did all the Russians get out, though? I don't see them.
Wish I could see. China's lost like 190k divisions. And
They're about to
upset
lose
that.
more.
203.
Manchukuo's capitulated. Oh, no, you are at war with PRC. Did they join in?
Yeah, they do. They're technically a puppet.
There it goes. Popped. Where the hell did the Soviet ones go? They didn't go to war with anybody, did they?
I think you killed a bunch of them now. Soviets not at war with anyone. The Soviets.
I'm going to keep pushing down the coast because
Still
my
found-
tanks are going to be kind of useless against the...
So the war goal that Russia's justifying against Romania is not finishing until the 8th of August. We've got quite a bit of time on that.
Alright, I'm going to grab some planning bonus here. We no longer have green divisions. There's that. Manstein's at 27% towards 5.
What do we want after befriend Poland? Is it about to finish?
Good question. We wanted to go down the war
We
with
could.
the USSR. You want anti-Comintern Pact, or do you want to go Army
Yeah.
Innovations?
I like Army Innovations, but if we grab the Anti-Comintern Pact plus befriend Poland, we should, and that'll also be issued to Romania as well. It'll basically double our chances of Russia thinking twice about attacking Romania unless they pull us into the war without being guaranteed. So yeah, I think Anti-Comintern Pact is the best thing.
There's another 24 divisions we might be able to pocket here. I'm going to give it a shot.
So yeah, I'm gonna grab it. And 1 world tension when you're at 39%.
Oh. It's happening.
Is it?
We made it! Yes!
Yes.
Yeah, we'll recall this guy, definitely.
Poland wants into our faction.
Do it. Get him in there.
Alright, I'll grab them immediately.
And now that we're getting people in, and it's going up, why don't we get...
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
As well. Alright, that's good. Now
Beautiful.
I'm not going to move our troops in Europe up to Russia's borders if they see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. China's moving into the northern area there.
Yep, getting it.
Flock away from the Soviet border. They don't have a war goal against you, and they can't justify one, so I wouldn't really... and you have a non-aggression pact with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And depending on when you sign that, it's going to take them an exceptionally long time for them to be able to do anything about that. So.
Well, only a year before you have to garrison the border with at least something.
Mm-hmm.
Low manpower. We gotta look at keeping our political power for that in the near future. What's our current situation? Support equipment is still low, but we've got almost a full line on it now.
Okay.
Alright, I'm letting these guys build up a little bit of... oh, they've almost got their full plan bonus, so let's delete the plan and send them in.
How's our production doing? We're building tons of military factories now, so that should start kicking up quickly.
I'm going to try to cut off some more Chinese divisions by swinging around behind in Jinan and cutting them off to the coast. How's our medium tanks? We've got positive medium tanks. That's good. Oh, found Soviet tanks over here.
I like how because we're allied with Japan, he's at war with Henshin, and Henshin's all got like red troops on our border, or the Netherlands rather. We're not doing anything. Allies aren't guaranteeing anything, which makes me worried.
Yeah. Not sure about that.
See if the US is doing this. Britain's not doing shit. The United States has got guarantees, but nothing against stuff in Europe. So, I'm like, I don't even know what Russia's doing.
We've almost got another pocket of 6 divisions here.
Russia's 4% ahead of us. And Turkey. It's a problem for us.
Oh shit, the port.
Oh. I can maybe remedy that.
Uh-oh. It might be an easier port to push if we push down to the right and going back.
Oh, they're going to get out of the pocket. Damn it. Unless I can get there before them, which I might be able to do with speed.
It's more important to secure your supplies there.
Sending
I'm
one
building a
division,
naval base on the port on the coast there.
Sending one division north to get that port. Almost finished with this pocket. It's only going to get 2 divisions now instead, but... Nope, only 1 division. Damn it. Alright, why don't we have all of these in the south kind of push this way for this other port. There's 2 other ports we can get over here.
So yeah, as soon as we hit the next 150, I'm going to get rid of our training time dude and change it for division attack.
Oh boy. Yeah, they cut that port really good.
It's more the river crossing that's hurting you.
Can you bring the guys south towards the port along the coast? The infantry there? I'm trying to make my way towards the other port. It says the potential
For that southern port, yeah.
The one that's sticking out on the peninsula.
957 speed 2.
That was just such a huge mistake, not realizing that PRC was part of the war. Sorry about that.
It's fine. As long as you can clean it up, it'll be fine.
The war for the port in the north here is going poorly now because I'm crossing a river. Wait a minute. Be able to
Is it alright if I join the Axis now, or should I wait?
Yeah, go ahead here. I'll invite you.
Oh, I got the focus. I'll just wait for the focus to go.
The focus doesn't cause you to join, does it?
Oh, I thought it did. Hold on.
No, it's just like
just a better opinion.
Yeah, it also lets you research a bunch of other stuff, so there's a pointers in it. I'll invite you anyways, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Could invite Japan as well, but no, not yet.
Man, we could use a few Italian divisions. You're still working on Yugoslavia there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm finishing up right now.
It's rough. There's a lot of mountains in the southern half of that.
And these guys,
And
it's
the
so much
Russians.
harder when we don't have the supplies.
Mm-hmm. We can get some supplies before we get cut off. Oh, the naval invasion is not going well.
Oh, that's a level 5 port. We need it so bad.
Their infantry even penetrate. No, their infantry can't even penetrate the tanks. So it's like. Literally, the Chinese troops are just dying to our tanks. They can't do anything versus them, except delay them. Which unfortunately is all they need to do, because if they delay them long enough, we'll run out of supplies.
Yeah, we desperately need this port over here. It looks like you're getting control of the northern border, though.
That's all we need, because you're going to eventually push down through here, too. We should attack into Qingdao. Qingdao? I don't know. It's Chinese. Oh, I see where you're thinking.
Alright, now I can see where all your stuff is.
But when you join the faction, all our volunteers go.
Wait, why are our volunteers going back? I didn't realize they went back when we joined our faction.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
We have to send them directly now.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it!
Rip.
Oh, that was about as bad as the United States declaring war on Venezuela.
I still think that was worse, because they... I was going to say that...
Fog! There's probably people in the chat going, yeah, don't do that.
I thought you heard my monologue earlier saying that, yeah, we shouldn't invite Japan because they're going to fuck us.
I didn't hear it, no. I was a fool.
I should have said that louder.
Shit. Are you oh good, you're navally invading at the port.
No, there's really bad news. Yugoslavia joined the commentary.
Damn it.
We should
How
get
close
ready.
are they to capitulating?
Um,
You gotta finish them, man.
working on it. 42%.
I mean,
It's
I
just
don't-
like they sent
even
a bunch
close.
of. They sent some Russian divisions down, which
I-
is stalling everything.
I don't think Russia. Well, all those Russian divisions should disappear now that they joined the commentary. So, and Russia has to actually declare war, and there's a good chance that Poland and Bulgaria will declare war if they do that. Italy's in the Axis with us. So it may not be in Russia's best interest to declare war.
Well, if our
to
stuff came back from
Yugoslavia.
Japan, we need to plan for the attack into Russia now, right?
Yeah.
What's the status on Turkey? That was supposed to happen soon, right? It
Russia's-
stayed non-aligned.
And Russia actually pulled ahead enough that it's like it was tied between communists and non-aligned, so it's actually good that it stayed non-aligned.
Finland is still kind of flipping towards us, but okay. So training.
When we finish the anti-Comintern pact, like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania, all those countries should flip pretty much instantly if they sign it. And then we'll take. I guess we'll have to take war with the USSR immediately because we kind of got to go for that.
All right, so we're getting those tank divisions back. We're finally coming close to catching up with our support equipment. 95 days. God.
11th of March, 1939. We won't be ready for a war before those days are done, so it's fine. But we're also about to finish a ton of different units, and our support equipment is about to tank again, probably because of that.
All right, next we want to try to get decryption after field hospital's done.
Yeah, probably.
It's the right time for it. We can see more about what's going on the Russian border.
I mean, I could see all the Russian troops anyways on the border.
74 and 49.
Yeah, 49
But we can't do it
Romania.
until Yugoslavia is done, right? That's got to be finished.
We have to. Well, Russia could
Do you
make
need Lend-Lease,
Yugoslavia take a long time.
Italy? What can we send you?
Infantry guns.
Yeah, we got tons of that stuff. Let's see. Should we send a one-time shipment?
I'm already working on it. I'm going to send him 2,500.
Okay then. Because we've got like an obscene amount of infantry guns. We got 55.9k.
Oh no, I can't believe
God,
this.
I'm gonna lose everything.
We were doing so close to getting to that port with those seven. Ah, I'm so pissed at that.
Yeah.
I'm pissed at myself for not fucking covering PRC. That's where this all started.
What do you... there we go. They came back. Now, we can join your war and send them back again, but, geez, that's going to be a hard time to get them here. Can you leave the faction? And then we could send them back.
Yeah, I guess I could.
It's probably for the best. Oh my god.
And now we can send
the Manstein again. Yep.
That's okay. Although it's gonna end soon anyways, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Well, it's not going to end. They'll just keep on pushing.
No, I mean like
The 7 divisions will certainly help. It's just, oh god.
After 10, but since we started like half an hour late, I assume we'll go to 10:30.
I'll keep going until somebody says I can't stay.
I like how it's on speed too, so in like 30 minutes we might make it to the part where we're ready to declare war on Russia. Just then. It is a pretty important war right now though, so...
Alright, we've got quite a lot of civilian factories pumping our stuff out now.
Yeah. We're hitting the sweet spot of where it doesn't really matter.
Perfect. Alright. So, as these come out, what's our priority? Priority, I think, is... Let's see. We're going to need a lot of artillery. We're going to need a lot of infantry equipment to replace, hopefully, everything.
We need more... We have 55k, 53k infantry equipment in storage. We would have to build and lose such an obscene amount of infantry equipment.
Yeah, but I want the better stuff.
Oh, yeah, we should...
Like, Japan, do you need any? We can send more.
We should still worry about keeping our production high, but
I'm good on fighting.
Our support equipment is going to be our bottleneck, and we need to keep that stuff up because our support equipment is the lifeline for a lot of our troops. Keeping their
Here's
medics and
1900
stuff
coming for you. All right, we have an opportunity to get another. We need to keep up with our land doctrines now. We haven't done that in a while.
Yes, I am going to. You got that?
Oh, you don't want the Lend-Lease?
No, I want to make sure that the convoys are running because I need the supply.
Oh,
right
fair
now.
enough.
Right, there goes Yugoslavia's done. So now Italy.
I'm about to
We
lose
want to
so many
change our
divisions
chief
right
of
now.
staff to organization, maneuver, or offense. You wanted offense?
Yeah, I think offense is the best because it'll help us the most down there. And also, just if we attack
7
Russia.
divisions, 26.
The only thing that makes me sad is we can't set up an offensive line to get our 50% planning bonus. So that's okay, I guess.
We can. What do you mean we can't set up an offensive line?
I mean, we put all our troops there, and obviously he sees them. But I mean, if we wanted to be sneaky,
Oh, you're saying you can't set up an offensive line without your troops on the border?
yeah, can't have the offensive line be there, have a fallback line that they're set to, and then like set up a sneaky offensive line, and they're preparing for that plan.
I'm just going to do a big one so they get at least some planning bonus just in case something goes crazy.
Having the 50% planning bonus, especially with our 10% offense bonus and our armor and infantry bonuses from our other generals, is going to help a lot when we push in. So it's definitely something we should do. Poland's like super in love with us right now.
Man, I thought we'd have more divisions over there, Japan. What happened?
He died. A bunch of them just died. Sure.
Yeah, but they overwhelmed us. Them and PRC just came out of nowhere.
China has like millions of men.
Yeah, but they don't have the factories normally. 26 to 35 military, 33 to 43. I think we waited a little too long to attack them. I think probably 38 would have been a better time, maybe. It would have driven up world tension a little bit earlier, but... 7 divisions. There they are. Oh, good. It put them right into combat. Gee, thanks. And on the verge of being surrounded, no less. What the hell? I'm gonna back these guys out. I can't afford that.
We should I don't know. We can't go to the north with those troops to cut off. We should probably just try and help hold the line.
I mean, if I can
Actually,
get to
those
a
guys
port,
can
do you want me to
run
go to
behind
the
the
salient
problem.
where you've got that port there and try to push out from there?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, no. The north is a lot more important. Yeah,
Okay.
stay in the north. You actually arrive in a good spot.
We want to try and push across that river to like all those
They're really low
little
on
troops.
organization. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to
Still up.
deny them Beijing and any place else that has factories as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to have war economy now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me keep 2 of these guys on halt. Go there. And the whole thing will get... less than a day.
Going on up here, game. 5 days till the anti-commentary pact finishes, so the EU probably knows what we're doing. They don't already. Still no guarantees from the Allies. I'm very curious as to what they're doing. Like, yeah, no European guarantees from any of the Allies.
Ooh, you've got a nice pocket up there if you can close it. Do you need me to send a division up?
Sure.
Why would it always send to do that? Alright. I'm coming up for that one spot that's keeping the rest of them safe. Actually, I can even try to do that. 20 days? Oh my god.
Having like 9 artilleries in a division, good. Like I've never seen that before.
You don't fucking add a shit ton of soft attack.
Yeah, because they got like 1 division,
Hey, guys.
right? Like
Hey guys, this is Kane. Are we today or do you play a few more minutes?
We're fine to keep going until someone has to leave, basically.
Yeah.
Well, the Europeans are on like 4 a.m. kinda.
Well, yeah, if they want to stop, we can
Hey,
stop.
hey, if they want to stop, we're good to stop. That's basically what we're saying. We're good to go until someone wants to stop. If someone wants to stop, we can stop now.
All right,
So-
because I can play on as well, but I think they're tired.
Yeah, if they're tired, we're good to stop.
All right, so let's stop and pause and save, and then we'll continue next week.
All right.
Alright. Well, there have been catastrophes on both sides. This is a much more interesting game than the first couple.
yeah, this is the one that actually didn't end.
That
You have
as,
to restart
as
like 3
designed.
times. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because like everyone wanted to declare war so quick. I'm like, this is supposed to go on for like 5 weeks, like one game.
I mean, everybody's trying.
That
It's
was the
supposed
main
designed
plan.
to be competitive, right? Everybody's trying to.
We're trying to push the advantage as fast as possible.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
we're saving now. Please don't do anything new. We're saving right now,
Yep.
and then we're gonna call.
I
Thanks,
saved it as
guys.
well. You're actually getting them on the peninsula there. It looks like Japan. Nice. Gonna cut off at least 2 to 3
Yeah,
divisions.
working on it.
And if we can get those at other pocket, that is maybe 10 divisions. I can't see how many it is, but the one in the north.
Oh, let's see, 14.
14 if we
divisions.
can make it happen? Damn. Oh, because they're trying to cut you off.
Right.
Meanwhile, I can get this other port with my 3 divisions in the south, the one near Beijing, and that will mean
Oh,
who cares
that
if you...
would be gorgeous.
It's open right now. I can take it. They're sending 1 division that's at almost no strength to stop me.
Yeah, I was gonna click on that with 2 of the tanks and leave 1 here, but then I saw that they have like 30 divisions northwest that could just come and collapse.
No, we've got 3 more divisions, and they're all low on organization anyway. They're taking attrition. We should absolutely take that port.
Yeah, that seems like a good starting point for next game.
Yeah.
What national focus should we just go with?
All right, Bridger, do you have any parting
Hey
comments?
guys.
or-
No, I was gonna say yeah.
Hi, guys.
So far, it's been a lot more interesting.
I guess you guys were going for the long game.
Yeah,
Why
it's
didn't you just
really
rush
different
us?
than what I anticipated. We made a lot of mistakes, and
Yeah,
things worked differently than I anticipated as well.
God,
You really
I
fucked up
always
this
make
game.
I always make one 10-bell mistake every game. That's like what I do. And this time it was forgetting to cover PRC.
not
Oh.
And
The US
my
not
mistake was
knowing-
accidentally inviting Japan to the faction without realizing that it calls back all our volunteers. Oh,
The
that
US
kills me.
Also, I'm really surprised that none of the democracy players knew that declaring war is low world tension. I'm
Yeah.
really surprised that. I mean, it never happens, and when it does happen, I guess it would be mostly in multiplayer games where everyone's just going crazy, so you wouldn't really notice it. unless
You guys were
actually
doing.
monitor world
You guys
tension.
are doing pretty good this game, though. I mean, I don't see any
Ex-
major full bars, so I think you guys did
Ah,
good.
that's true.
so-
Like
Except
in
for this-
Japan, this now bad.
Except for this
On the other
China
hand,
situation, it's pretty.
we were
bad.
doing really badly. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you that thing where you the PRC encirclement made up for the fact that I think before that time we got 20 to 25 Chinese divisions encircled.
Yeah, I saw that.
It
I
was
like,
it
"Oh,
was
no."
it was almost a wash there.
Luckily, I had more.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
that's
the-
exactly right.
the casualty count in this war is insane. I mean, China has
Yeah,
lost about
yeah.
800,000 already. So
Yeah, I think
Damn.
it took like 500,000 just in that little encirclement they did. But there's
yeah,
nothing
they're
I can do.
throwing Chinese at you like bullets.
They really are.
Here, have a
Yeah,
couple
they're
more.
going
But
Where
it's
that came
working.
from.
So
If it works, you can blame anyone.
They'll
I
march
really
them to the
underestimated as
line.
well how bad, like for us, the world tension stuff is. Like it's so much worse than I anticipated. It feels
Yeah,
more
it's-
than half.
it's so. Hey, guys, this is really harsh, man. I mean, UK could not do shit, man. I mean, the whole research path is blown up because I can't even get 5%.
Yep, that was the plan.
That can't be right because then it doesn't. It
The,
hurts
the center
allies.
tree is enormous, and it's available to you with 0.
And it is useless.
It's
It
not
really-
useless.
It's useless in terms of directly improving the player's capability to fight a war. What it does do is make all his
Free
little
fortresses
vassals
in
and
Singapore,
allied
fortresses
bullshit.
in the Med. Those are
Yeah,
great.
Wow.
Those are
They are
useful.
useless.
What do you mean, wow? You don't want extra
Wow,
fortresses for when the war breaks
bullshit.
out?
Bullshit.
The
They're not
5%
useless.
bullshit on
I
that,
don't.
man.
I don't disagree. There's better stuff, but it's
The-
not useless.
5%
Like all
research
of the
is
stuff
useful.
that
Means you can't really do anything. But yeah, compared to the military training act and all that stuff that you need to get as the UK, it's not
Yeah,
that good.
I don't know why you don't
Wasn't-
want to
wasn't-
develop the
wasn't-
Commonwealth.
Wasn't the changes supposed to be balancing the game and not making it even harder for the allies to respond?
It's,
Yeah, the Axis
no.
won 2 games already, right? And now things are even more difficult for the allies.
I will say it's not bad. I think it's you guys.
No,
are
I
right,
think it's still doable, but I think
The
it's a bit
Allies'
too
power
much.
is supposed to come later in the game. You're not supposed to feel crazy strong
Exactly.
right now.
But it's 39, and still they can't do.
Of course not. Historically, they didn't do shit until 43.
But a lot of
Yep.
things that historically didn't happen did happen now already. For example,
Which
That's-
is like
that's
the
different.
Americans going to war with Venezuela and bypassing the whole economy thing.
and they misclicking
I didn't
the
make
shit
that a house rule, but I should have made that a house rule because it's nonsense and,
he
I'm going to fix
misclicked-
it.
He misclicked
I-
Venezuela.
Oh, the
and it
peace
was
deal?
like,
I was wondering what was going on with that.
Yeah.
That's
Misclick.
hilarious.
misclick.
The
We lost
funny-
the,
Oh, well.
we lost the
No,
game.
wait
by
a minute, wait a
misclick.
minute, wait a minute. You did a white piece, but you weren't trying to do a white piece?
Yeah.
No,
Remember that
I wanted
game where
to
we
annex
had-
them.
We
Funny
had,
thing about that white piece is
No,
it
no, no. It's
still
not. It's
raised
not a
world
bug.
tension
It's
more.
not a bug.
Oh, okay.
It's a
He literally
misclick, yeah.
misclicked. He clicked on the province expansion, the arrow thing, instead of the taking all the provinces, and then accepted quickly, so we didn't get desync.
Ah,
But exactly because he clicked the arrow, he didn't actually get the provinces. It's not a bug.
Yeah, I heard them talking, so I not so they didn't
You should
see
have.
my
You
peace
should have
conference.
just said pause the game. That's all you needed.
Yeah,
to say.
I figured I will be able to do 2 clicks. So
what was
I
the deal with the
overestimated my abilities.
coups in Mexico?
And Argentine.
Oh, that's a thing from the policies.
Oh, that just happens. That's right, because when you do the national focus, it increases their democratic support.
No,
No,
it just
it literally
fires
is
it.
a focus that there will be 2 civil wars happening.
Which one is that? Under the reaffirm Monroe Doctrine?
Yeah, the left one, preemptive.
Right
no,
one.
the
Yeah, preemptive intervention does it. Yeah,
That's the one with the puppet focus war goal against Venezuela.
No,
Black
yeah,
Chamber operation.
No, the other
Oh
one,
yeah,
Black
Chamber operation. I see.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and that lets you boost the popularity of other ideologies. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
get a
it
chance to
just
do that
starts
before
a
that.
civil war. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, I think it's a very interesting game that is currently
Definitely,
anybody's
definitely.
game at the moment.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
It's still up for grabs, man. But we did fuck up a lot early on, so
I mean, we've
You
had
gu-
our
you
own
guys have-
share of mistakes.
you guys
I
have an
lost
edge.
a lot of great divisions by
And we are
not
fucked by
covering
the
PRC.
AI as
Just keep in mind, even with all your mistakes, the U.S. is still way ahead of the curve on terms of their total potential production compared to where
Yes.
they should be.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Axis
But
has
world
some
tension is
advantages
not
that we
100.
shouldn't have. Yeah, world
Yeah.
tension is not 100, so the U.S.
None
can't
of the
really
major
do
factions have gone to
anything with
war
that,
except
but-
Japan and China, so it makes sense that world tension isn't 100. I expect world tension to
Yeah.
be 100 when the Soviets and the Germans go to war, or the Germans and the English go to war. That's when world tension will get to 100, because then everybody's calling in every ally they've got at that point, and that spikes up world tension again.
Yeah.
It was also funny, like, because we don't have a France player, France got guarantees Romania right now, which is like the allies want me to
War-
attack Romania.
The worst.
Oh, I didn't even
thing.
notice that.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I'm surprised you didn't hear me. Like, because the AI will just guarantee shit to protect against Russia because they're stupid. So,
Yeah, but I didn't expect it would be like. I thought the world tension was low enough, but it was just a little bit over.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
just spiked to 25, and they.
I mean,
It went from
having a
25
France
to
player
30
could help
pretty much
prevent that.
instantly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
because
would be
that sucks.
Having
Because
a
the allies
France
wanted me to
player-
go to war with Romania, and oh wait, now we can't because France. Yeah.
Because
And-
reasons.
Having a French player could also cause problems for the Axis because you can just like cheese the shit out of Germany. If you
But
know
what do you
you're
mean
doing
cheese?
it.
Just-
Specifically what?
If you deny the Rhineland and England backs you up,
Make it a rule
there's
that you can't.
literally nothing Germany can do because
Make it a rule you
France,
can't
if they
under-
That
bring
is incorrect.
everything.
That is incorrect. You can defend against the Rhineland, because the only way they can attack you is naval invasions and Maginot Line.
No. I mean, yeah, that's the only way they can attack you. But the fact is, if they do it, and England actually supports them, Germany will lose because they do not have the divisions to fight all of France's divisions at that point in time. The only advantage Germany has at the start of the game is more factories and more equipment. France has a lot more divisions.
Not
They
a
are
lot.
they
not
are
a lot.
low on equipment, and a
They
lot
are-
of them have
they are
basic
low on
equipment too. So
But still, make it a
Yeah.
rule that they can't deny the Rhineland, that you have to accept the Rhineland, and then that's done.
I mean, I can change the Rhineland so it doesn't even have a decision potentially.
That's
But
true.
if Italy joins, does that make a big enough difference? I mean, maybe you
Probably.
don't do the Rhineland until after Italy conquers Ethiopia, so that they can bring back their veteran divisions to deal with France as well.
It would definitely change the outcome of the game. I think it would be interesting. I'm not saying it's like something we should nix. I'm just saying it changes a lot more than just like, oh, now the French AI won't stupidly guarantee other countries, because there's a lot of stuff you can do that people wouldn't do, like the Czechoslovakia
yeah,
thing.
definitely.
You guys could have
think
said
that's-
no against that and started a huge war. And
Yep.
you know,
There are two points where you could start World War II early on: the Rhineland and the Sudetenland thing, the Munich conference. So,
But even the Sudetenland, that just stops. Like the German player can say, "Oh, never mind," and back off if they want
yeah,
to, right?
that one they
Same
can.
thing with
Still
Rhineland.
really,
Same
really
thing with
strong.
Rhineland. Same thing with Rhineland. They can also
Yeah.
back off.
That's true.
Yeah.
They can also back off.
Backing off on the Rhineland is like super punish. It's almost as punishing
Is
as
it
being
though?
stuck
What is it?
under
What does it not
5%.
get you? It means that you can't garrison it before war breaks out, but that's not that bad.
But you
can't
nerfed justification, remember? So you can't. Yeah, you can't just annex.
You can
Austria
never
directly
do.
anymore.
You can't do Anschluss. if
Wait
you
a minute.
don't
Why
complete
can't
the
you do
Rhineland.
Anschluss?
It's got.
It's tied to the Rhineland.
We will get if you back down
has
from the
National
Rhineland,
Spirit
Germany
Rhineland
gets a
Challenge
national.
met?
If you
Oh,
back
that's
down,
awful.
Okay, it blocks Anschluss, which literally blocks like a good 70%
I didn't even notice that. You know what?
of all the
I'll take
free territories.
if there's one thing I'll probably definitely change about the Rhineland thing, it's that. Like, don't let it block Anschluss.
It's only it literally only happens if France and England stand up to Germany and Germany doesn't immediately go to war. Which, like I said, we could just make it a house rule that they can't refuse the Rhineland.
No, I mean I can mod things to get rid of their ability to refuse the Rhineland.
You could mod it too.
The question is, do you want to take away those decision points? I mean, if the answer is you want this mod or this game rule set, however you want to put it, to always result in a longer game with a long build-up period, then you want to remove it.
Yeah,
but if you want to leave the option in there, but have it be a very risky thing for the Allies to do, we can mod it to try and give it costs like that as well.
For the Rhineland, I wouldn't do that. For other things, I would, but for the Rhineland, that's just too soon.
You're right. So Sudetenland, leave that as the risky thing for the Allies to do early.
Yeah, Sudetenland is absolutely no problem. I would definitely leave that in. I would not touch it, I think, because it's pretty punishing for the Allies to do so. But Rhineland, I don't think that's good, because it's usually one of the first focuses you should take is Germany, and you don't want war that early in the game.
Yep,
I mean, if your super focus is the Allied players and you know what you're doing, I think you can do it, because Italy, if like you said, if Germany takes it super early and it's France and Britain versus Germany, you got a pretty good odds of like supremely punishing Germany unless they're like prepared for that possibility, which most German players just take it as a given. Honestly, multiplayer games, they just take it as a given that if people aren't going to do anything about that. So
Here's a question. What if I just nerf the ability for the British player to support France? What if I just say they don't get that option? The only option they get is, well, France stands alone.
I'm of the opinion that you should just like
remove the ability from the French event, and then
or just double the political power cost, double it.
Well, the thing
you don't have to change that much. It just costs twice.
You could just make it even more punishing, because when France does that, they already get a civil war with the communists.
Did they get a civil war even if the British support them?
Yes.
Yes, they automatically get a civil war.
It literally says in the event, if you do this, no matter what else happens, you're automatically starting a civil war with the communists.
And that civil war will cost France some divisions, which you'll never get back, and some manpower.
It's actually not that hard to deal with.
It's not that hard to deal with, but you're killing your own divisions, so you're weaker before you go to war with Germany.
You can actually you'll be at war with Germany at the same time, actually, typically, because most German players will just say, yeah, fuck you, here we come, anyways, and then the war starts, and then you get communist uprising as well. But you can crush it pretty quickly, and yeah, you do lose some divisions, but you can still...
It's still difficult to go.
By the way, guys, I have a question. What's up with Japanese strategy? Because why wouldn't you go to China early? Now you see what happens. Like you let China, like China has almost the industry of you. Like
you didn't want to spike world tension, is that it?
Partly, basically the plan. Mostly, I think.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what Ferocian was thinking, but once the war started, we kind of came to the conclusion, 38 would have been a better year for this.
Yeah,
earlier was definitely better because.
Yeah, there's like an optimal point. It's like not too early, but definitely not this late.
Yep, I think you're right. It's going to be a harder slog now.
37 is like the optimal, I think.
Well, to be fair, I made a lot of mistakes. I landed a lot of divisions, and they were okay. Then I made a micro mistake, lost all my Marine divisions, just due to doing a command I didn't mean to, and then didn't cover PRC and lost most of the rest of my divisions in the north.
I remember asking him something about PRC, like, should I invade PRC? And he was like, no, we're not at war with them. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't actually question
literally
it.
Said that.
I didn't question it, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh crap, they took the port. And I'm like, what? I'm busy really microing the troops, the arbor divisions around Beijing, and I zoom out and go, oh shit!
Thing that happens
I make a stupid mistake like that every single goddamn game.
It happens a lot.
Evens the field for us.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as that happened, I'm like, well, that makes up for the Venezuela thing.
It makes up for not invading Venezuela and taking all that sweet oil away from people, I guess.
Yep.
All right, so I guess we're done for now.
Yeah, I gotta
back
get to
our
bed, too.
rooms and do a debrief and get off stream.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like 4:30 here.
All right.
Can I
Give
do
us a minute
quick,
for a debrief. Yeah.
thing? Yeah, with the
Yeah, we will talk a bit for.
I'm gonna stop my stream though.
Bye, stream.
All right. See you guys later on the stream.